Hey, what it do you? Nah, I can't do
Wait.
that.
What it do, YouTube crew? Alright, fuck a intro, bro. Let's get right into the meat, bro.
Hey man,
Yeah.
same
Nah.
man.
We got
It's your
to.
boy Smooth
Yep.
Gio.
This jam's still
Man.
$14.99. That's Justin.
This jams is $14.99.
14.
Nah,
They have
bro.
they had a
So,
free trial weekend that
being
y'all
someone who
played,
don't
right?
have the game, what you think about that price?
Man, it just hurts
It's
every
too
day.
expensive. It's too expensive. 'Cause I was type sick at
I
this
remember
jam.
when we
I
had
was
it on the
fighting
bid.
that.
$14.
It was
$14.
such a
That's
good
light
time,
work, my nigga. That's light work.
man.
Look at Curry, man.
So inspirational.
So inspirational. Look at Curry,
That
man.
was great.
Okay.
I mean,
Segment
hold
two,
on.
segment two, segment two.
This, hold on. Let me see. This gem's a good game, right? Don't get me wrong. It's fun to play with. 14, 15, almost $15, right? Damn, they tripping, bro. Like the game's
Yeah.
fun,
Bro,
but it's
that's
kind
Yeah,
of,
bro.
paid
That's
at work,
facts.
it's
That's
man.
kind of,
facts. That's
That's
facts.
And
it's
that's
kind
why
of
the game is
repetitive,
dead.
dog.
You know,
That's what
and then the thing
exactly.
is, right? The thing is, right? It's okay to have like an entrance cost, right? They have to make their money,
Uh-huh.
but then they charge for characters and things like that. That's too much.
Yeah, see,
Uh-huh.
like
And they're
That's
just
ridiculous.
cosmetic.
I
That's
remember
all.
I
They
was
kind of
on.
just
No,
I
no, no.
remember,
You could buy new characters.
I
And the
remember I was
characters differ.
playing this jams one day, and I tried to play online,
Wait,
and
they
it took
got
like 10. It took like 10 minutes to find someone for me to play
they have
against,
in-game
because
purchases too, though.
the price is too high, so nobody plays it. That's why the game is dead.
Yeah, you have to pay for the game first, and then you pay for characters.
Like
Yeah,
microtransactions.
Like
Yeah,
literally.
That's
yeah.
ridiculous, man.
Character.
It's
That's
ridiculous,
ridiculous.
dog. They need to chill.
It's too
They need
much.
to
And
chill,
then once
bro.
you
They
buy
need
the
to
new
put me in
characters, you
charge
ain't
of
got
this
nobody
jam.
to play with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly,
That's
bro.
facts. All right. Number two, segment number two.
You know we're a
Yeah.
food podcast, so we always gotta have a little
Yes,
bit about
sir.
food, right?
Absolutely.
First
Mhm.
off the jump, everyone's had one of those chip variety packs. What's your
Chip
favorite?
variety.
Uh,
The
Alright, chip
ones with the
variety pack.
Cheetos,
Wait,
bro. The ones with the
The
Cheetos.
Doritos hit different though.
Nah,
Doritos hit
wait,
different.
Doritos
We
do hit
saying the
different, but them
favorite chip
Cheetos, bro.
wait. Hold on. We talking about our favorite chip or our favorite chip?
The variety, like the
I
ones
think
with
why
the
was
sour cream and
What?
onion and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
wait, I was
Low
thinking
key.
what was the favorite from that pack?
favorite
Yeah,
from
that's
the
what
pack.
we're
talking
Yeah,
about.
that's
Favorite
what I
from
was
the
like.
pack. All right.
Yeah, I was thinking favorite
I
from
mean,
that
it's
pack.
Low
obviously
key,
Doritos, bro.
it's gotta be the
I
cool
mean,
Yeah,
hold
the
ranch.
on.
Doritos.
There's no
Nah,
cool
the
Nah.
ranch in
Doritos.
those, dude.
I'll be
When I
honest
was
with
a,
y'all, Cheetos hit different.
The
You know,
Doritos
back in
one.
Africa, we
when
don't
I
have
was
we
younger,
do not
bro,
have variety.
when I was
We don't have
younger, it was the
variety back in
Doritos.
Africa, you know.
But as I grew up, it turned into the Lay's. The Lay's. I don't
Lay's?
know.
Wait, the
Oh
original
man,
No,
Lay's?
my ancestors.
The
the
original
Lay's.
Lay's,
My
Hey, bro,
bro.
you gotta
You
go,
know,
bro.
sometimes them Fritos be hitting different
The
when they're the
Fritos.
only ones left.
Fritos are nice, dude. Fritos are
Yeah.
No,
I
dude.
They
know
be
they're
hitting
best
different,
though.
dude.
Yo, my
So
family,
here's
That
the
nice
strat, right?
crisp and then salty
Well,
flavor.
dude,
but
my
when have
family
you
always
ever
had to
gone to
throw
the
away the.
pack and
We
Fritos were
always
the
had to
last one
throw away
left?
the
No, but
Fritos.
No, but
We
it's still
always
good
had to
though.
throw away the
It still
Fritos
tastes good.
because
But
nobody
that's
would
why
eat the
you get
Fritos,
all
bro.
of them if you like them the most.
The
hear me out
Fritos
for a
only
second,
good
right?
when it's the
What you
last ones
feeling,
and you're
Grant?
excited you still got
What
chips.
chips you like?
Because you saved the best
Nobody
for
gonna tell
last.
me out. I don't even know what is in this variety pack.
It's Doritos, Cheetos, Fritos.
This is
Cool
cool
Ranch
ranch.
Right.
Doritos and
The
the sour cream and onion Lay's.
yeah.
So what you
Is
thinking
there
of, Ryan? What
Cool
you
Ranch
thinking?
Doritos?
Yeah,
I didn't think there were.
it's cool. Cool Ranch.
Oh, Ryan, what you thinking? What you
All
thinking?
right.
I'm thinking
What you thinking
What's
Doritos.
about
your
the variety?
options though?
Get behind Doritos for
Doritos.
sure.
Alright. And low
I,
key, it's low key the cool ranch, dog. I ain't,
here's
It's not
here's
the
the
Cool
case for
Ranch,
Fritos,
bro.
you
right?
ate the Lay's
So
card.
nobody
Leave
like
me
Cheetos,
alone.
bro?
The nacho cheese.
The Cheetos are good.
You the only one
I'll,
that.
I'll say the best one
You're the
is the
only
Let me
one
give y'all
Doritos,
going.
a
dog.
case
The
for Fritos
Doritos is the
though,
best
right?
one.
Man.
So here's the thing with Fritos, right? Since no one else eats them, you get to eat the other ones other people like first, and that you enjoy also, and then you
Nah, dog, because you don't enjoy it.
later. So it's like you're playing it for the long
You
term.
get like double the
You
chips.
don't
dude.
enjoy
You
the
get double
You
Fritos,
the
got,
chips.
you got
dog.
the
Exactly,
long term
double-
in mind.
If you
Double the
if you
chips.
eat the Fritos off the jump,
You have
you ain't getting
Amir,
the good
Amir,
chips later.
Then
'cause
you
they're
ain't
gonna be
Yo,
getting
done.
nothing.
look.
I got a
We
question for you. Amir,
always
I got
used
a
to
question
throw
for
away
you.
our Fritos,
Yeah.
bro. Our Fritos
And
would always
Fritos
go
and
in the
Lay's has the highest quantity within
You
the
know, back
pack.
in Africa, the
Amir,
factory, we do not
Yeah,
have the chips.
have you ever
wait.
gone
Back
to
then,
Probably
a
you
fresh
want to
variety
ice
pack?
cream right now.
ancestors might think, why you throw them away, my friend? Why you
I
throw them
give
away?
Axel a second. Let me hear what Axel has to say.
Amir,
Yeah,
you ever got to a new variety pack and you choose Fritos? Never in your life.
Hell no.
You don't eat them.
Hell
That
no.
was
Do you even
Boris,
hear
I
his
just told you the
explanation?
strat, dude. I just told you the
You
strat.
eat the other man's
That's
chips
not a strat.
intentionally.
and then
That's not a strat.
get
Okay,
You
because
leave
you don't
them
want
for
them
last.
all,
'cause-
bro.
No, you leave them for last because they suck. That's
Alright,
not a
alright.
strat.
stop
bruh.
talking,
no,
bro.
no.
Ryan,
You
what's your
never heard
favorite chip?
the
What's your favorite
saying
chip?
"save the best for last"?
Mhm.
Wait,
Take the
wait.
ones
Oh,
first.
Amir,
You
what?
just
What do you think
no
about?
one, no one wants to admit it, bro.
Yo,
No one
Amir,
wants to admit it.
Yeah, Quinn.
Fritos nice, but they're not
what
that.
do you think though about them naming it Fritos though? Like all the other ones are like classic, like Doritos and Cool Ranch, but Fritos, that's just way off top.
No,
That's
Classic.
so
ain't
boring,
lie,
bro.
dude. Name Fritos is a little off, dude. I don't know why they didn't know.
It
Kinda
it
seems
could
like they were
could use
just
a little reworking,
And
a little
here's the other
reworking.
Yeah,
issue
they
with
need to
Fritos,
patch
right?
that, to be honest. They have to patch
Here's
that.
the other,
wait,
here's
wait.
the
You
other
gotta
thing with
patch
Fritos.
it.
Hold on,
So
hold
give
on,
me
hold
some
on.
names.
Guys,
Hold
hold
on,
on.
yeah,
No,
we
no,
need
no,
some
hold
order.
on.
We need some
Hold
order.
on.
Hold on, hold on.
Corn chip?
How come Fritos don't have other flavors, dude?
They do, bro.
They do,
got
bro.
They do?
Flavors for
They
Fritos?
do.
What?
dude.
They got
They're
Fritos
They have the
too.
barbecue
they are
ones.
the
Those
old
smack,
fashioned
bro.
chip.
They got like Fritos twists,
Barbecue
bro. Like
Fritos
honey
hit.
barbecue Fritos.
What about the
Yeah.
onion rings?
The
Onion
Frito?
Funyuns?
I mean the Funyuns?
Funyuns, yeah.
Those
Funyuns
don't
nice,
come in the
but
packs.
they're not part of the classic.
Yeah, they have the
Yeah,
chili
they don't come in the
Fritos.
packs.
You look this
Chili
up.
Fritos. I
Oh
always hear
shoot,
about
they
the
have
honey
Frito
barbecue.
I never
flavors,
had.
bro.
They got
Yeah, they
honey
do.
barbecue,
I
chili.
didn't even know they
I
have
have a
flavors,
good-
bro.
Looks like a nacho type or something.
They
I
go
know.
off, bro.
They got a spicy jalapeno.
How you a
They
Frito
got to
fan and
suck
you ain't
though.
even know about the other ones, bro?
Wait, I
Yeah,
never
see,
said Fritos were the best.
that's just proof you're not a Frito fan, bro.
But another thing, a new source just came in, and Fritos were invented in 1932. That's a classic chip, dog. That's a
Yeah.
classic chip.
Wait, Drake.
That's
It doesn't
the
matter
whole
if it's
company is
classic
called
chip,
Frito
baby.
It doesn't matter if it's old, if it's garbage, bro.
That's a
So
certified
regular
classic chip.
Lay's,
That's
bro.
facts.
It's a
Stop
certified
talking.
classic. It's an old head
The
chip, dog.
regular Lay's
Old head
used
That's a
to
chip.
whole
name,
head
bro.
chip. Some of
That's
y'all
an
wait on
old head
Yo,
chip.
why Carl
I mean,
frozen,
No, so
I
I
am.
think
Yeah,
let's
mid
I'm
sip. I
frozen?
like that.
Kyle's
let's
just working
let's
on his
tally it up. Let's tally it up.
ventriloquism.
What we feeling? We should hop to the next question. So what we feeling?
Wait,
That's what I meant to say. Yeah, what's up?
I have a guest entrance. Ricky James Jr.
What you
Get
saying,
Ricky,
Ricky?
man.
What are you
Get
saying,
Ricky,
Ricky? What are you
man.
saying,
Ricky,
Ricky?
man.
Ricky,
Ricky,
Hey, wait,
man.
ask Ricky what his favorite
I
chip
I
is
like
from
your
the
head,
variety
G.
pack.
Yeah, it is the perfect person to
What?
ask me.
What is your favorite chip from like the original variety pack? That's
He gonna say sun chips.
I'm working on that. Ricky.
I ain't gonna lie though, sun chips was slept on though.
They do got the loudest bag though.
True, but they go.
Yo, Carl, you might have to leave and rejoin because you frozen, bro.
Sun chips
I'm
got the
still
loudest packaging
frozen.
though.
Alright, bro.
Sun chips got one of the best flavors. The garlic
Yeah,
salsa
yeah.
and sun chips go so
Is it
hard,
good?
bro.
Yeah, you good now.
Mommy, get out!
Alright.
Yeah, you good. Sunchips got the most consistent chips for the
Yeah,
different
the
flavors
garlic
they
and
got.
salsa and sun chips are one of the best flavors of
Sun
chips we
chips pretty
had.
good, yeah. I give Sun chips a thumbs
They
up.
were slept
yeah.
on. They were slept
That's
Okay,
they're just a
wait,
they're
I
just
got
a
it. I got
classic
one.
that never gets
I got
old.
one.
Wait. Is
on.
Ricky
They
still
didn't
here?
get old.
Or
Wait,
no?
I got a next
Wait, what
one.
happened
I
to
got next
Ricky?
one. What about the
Well, it looks like
wait.
Camden's
What
having
about
a little
the baked one? The baked one.
You talking about kettle
the
corn?
bake.
Those are ass. Those are ass.
Or is
Yeah,
it
I
the
do
baked
not
chips?
baked.
like.
Yeah,
I do not
Baked
like
chips? Oh,
the
hell
baked
nah.
chips.
baked
Shout out
chips.
these shit, bro.
Bro.
Um,
They just taste worse. Just
yo,
have the
let's
regular.
It's not
so
good.
I have a
Trying
little
transition.
a quick question. How do we be like Cam the Man 100?
We aren't finished with this part yet.
We
Dude,
haven't
this
even
is
gone
part-
past the macaroni on top.
Look, he getting cussed out by
Dude,
his parents,
friggin'
dude.
Ricky's
Yeah,
not
right.
here.
Right now is not the
No,
time.
but check the end of part two, Sayan. Check the
Wait,
end of
look
part
at
two.
Camden.
Yo,
Look
We
at
can't
Camden.
even
He
hear
getting
from the
cussed out
man
by his parents.
himself.
Camden in a serious conversation right now, dude.
Camden getting cussed out.
He ain't
Mute the mic
He's
and
all
got some
cussed out,
shorts,
dude.
man. He got a dress shirt on and some shorts.
Yo, imagine if we all on the call and his father walk in with a belt, dude. It is wailing on his
He's
dude.
getting in trouble, dude. He's getting in
Oh
trouble.
my god.
Look at him.
Dude, the PlayStation charged too many times this month.
Yo, he's really thinking. What happened? What happened?
This is
Oh.
tough, man.
Yo.
I'm gonna forget the
So what we
camera
gonna
on.
do about the twerk off now?
Yo, we need a twerk out substitute.
Oh, Camden, you good?
And then you
I
do-
nominate. I want to nominate.
I
I
nominate
nominate
Carl, bro.
Ryan.
I think
Carl.
I think Axel. He's the top left for me.
Actually,
Yeah, Axel's the
We
top
cannot
left
let
for me as
Axel
well.
get out of this, dude. We cannot let
It's
Axel.
not happening, bro.
The coronavirus, really just the coronavirus. Watch out.
Yes.
I need some
What other
input.
options are there?
I think they're actually
mean-
making 5G towers out there.
You're saying.
I feel like
And that
No,
that's-
coronavirus.
that's
getting
the reason
popular
why-
coronavirus. Yo.
that's a
Everyone
really
falling aside.
Who
That's
do you
a
know
really
that? Who do you know that got coronavirus? Let's be real.
that's a really stupid
Who you
argument
know that's
though,
been
'cause
affected by 5G?
Birds.
if it was really 5G, people on St. Thomas people wouldn't have coronavirus.
Yo, they're
There's
just
no
saying that for everyone so that
There's
everyone
no
can ban
5G
it.
towers.
One
There's
person
no
from St.
5G
Thomas.
They don't want to
towers
make it.
in
They don't want
St.
to make other islands feel left out, so they're like whatever. Everybody go get it.
Dude, what?
What are you talking about?
You, I don't think they care that much.
The people
Bro, they
that get
care.
coronavirus are the ones that are really testing out the 5G, dude. They're the
Exactly.
test subject.
Exactly.
Yeah. But what do you
Nah,
think about
corona-
10G?
5G
3G? What
is
y'all
the
thinking about?
How
Yeah,
come they don't call it 10G?
3G and LTE. Yeah, like that. Right.
I
Yeah,
don't have the
Justin, what's
coronavirus, and I have LTE. So when I get 5G,
got
that's when I get the
LTE.
coronavirus.
Okay, we need you can't just state that. You need some proof.
I mean, my proof is I don't have coronavirus.
That's not proof,
Have you
bro.
waited?
I mean
Have you waited
everything,
1 to 2
everything
weeks
he's
for
stating
symptoms?
right now is true. So
Yeah, but I'm
That
saying
is-
facts.
I ain't hear a lie yet.
Facts. What have I said that was a lie right now?
So I got next. I got something. Do you think earwax tastes like tamarind?
We're still on the
we
coronavirus
on
topic,
Let's
dude.
all do a
Chill.
taste test. Let's all do a taste test. And
Yeah.
Taste test?
before we drink.
Oh,
Taste test, yep.
I mean, I don't know.
What
I
you
feel
think,
like
Justin?
people just be reaching with the coronavirus, man. Like,
How?
it's just a disease, bro. Like these stuff happen, dog. This isn't the first time something like this happened. I mean, something like this
This
happened.
is the first time
Here's
it
the
happened in my
thing.
lifetime.
I think it is a bad thing,
No,
but in the
the world
beginning,
does, the
especially
universe
people
does not
within the
revolve
US,
around you.
like largely
Well,
underestimated
Last time
it
shit like this
and
happened
kind of
was
made a
Black
joke
Plague.
of it because it
Hold
was
on,
only
hold on.
affecting
Drake, can you
Asian
speak
countries.
Can you speak up, Drake?
Oh yes, okay. I think it is a big thing, but a lot of people just like underestimated the the virus or whatever it's called,
Mhm.
especially like the US because they kind of made a joke of it, especially on like social media platforms because it was like only affecting Asian countries in the beginning, but then it quickly spread over here and then quarantine hit and everyone's isolated.
I feel like people were more underestimating it, not because it was just attacking the Asian countries, but because like when you see like 2 or 3% death rate, it looks small from a percentage standpoint, but like if you take that like 3% of the whole human population, that's a lot of people. And I don't think
Yeah.
people
Let
were
me-
seeing
let me
it
add
from
on to
that
that, too.
perspective, and they were more just seeing it from like the percentage perspective. That's why.
Here's something else to add on, right? So, like even like Carl said, it's not very lethal. Like it's just slightly more lethal than the common flu. But like if it's like 3 times,
That's
yeah,
It is.
he right. He right.
Is
It's
it
what?
3?
It is. It is.
it's
Yeah,
more
because
lethal
of
than the
the
common
It
flu.
It's
doesn't
more
actually
than
have a
it's more
3%,
than
bro.
3
there's
times.
no
Isn't it like
vaccine.
wait. What's the flu's that? Is it the flu's that were like 0.01? I mean 0.1
Wait,
or
no,
something.
no, I didn't even get to
It's,
say
yeah,
my
it's like
point.
0.2.
Hold up.
Yeah.
Let him
Exactly.
If it's-
That's
I
a
said if
whole
it's-
lot.
If it's
Okay, go ahead.
Carl,
Yeah.
you
I
froze
said
again.
if it's a little like if it's a little more lethal than the flu, right? But it's like let's say 3 times as infective, right?
Mhm.
Then you're getting even if it was just as lethal as the flu, because it infects a lot more people much quicker. It spreads much quicker. You're getting like in theory 3 times as many people dying.
Mhm.
So that's
I
like
mean, see, yeah, but that's the problem though, because it's a
When you think
lot
about
more
it, right?
infectious, and it's not only 3 times like more deadly because Axel said it was like
I was saying the
0.0.
3 times is just an example. If it was 3 times
Yeah,
more,
it's
Yeah, I
like
know. I'm
it's
just
like
saying.
I
I mean
wasn't.
they don't really know, but it's like I think it's like 0.5. It's something like that.
Alright, I have a question.
0.5. That's
In
yeah.
the
That's
Carl,
places
Carl,
where they
0.
actually
Carl,
tested a lot, it's low.
Yeah. Who has a question?
I have a
Carl.
It
question.
was
Wait,
grand fair.
Carl.
Uh huh.
You're frozen.
I am.
Yes.
Oh,
Go ahead,
not for
Grant.
me.
Working fine for me now. Yeah.
I was wondering who was
Yeah.
talking, bro. I was like,
Grant,
Alright,
see
I
a
have a
question.
question. Okay.
Ask
Mhm.
away,
Yeah,
Grant.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
I'm gonna ask it to Carl because it affects him more than everybody else. How do you feel about them talking
Oh,
about
I
the
already know.
Africans
Yo, that shit pissed me
using
the
them
hell
as
off,
test?
dude. That heck pissed me the hell off, bro.
Doesn't
Like,
Africa have like the least case, like some of the least cases in the
like,
world? Something like
like.
that.
I mean,
Isn't that
just cause.
because the virus can't survive in high heat? Isn't
Nah,
it
bro. It's
thriving?
not about
People
high
dying
heat.
as
They
we
would try
thought
and
as well.
test. They would try and test it on Africans, bro. Not like
I
just
did
put
not
the
know that.
virus in Africa.
I was
I mean,
Like, where
that's
are they trying
ridiculous,
to?
bro.
That is ridiculous. But like, where are they trying to test it, or who are they trying to test it on? Like, what part of Africa?
I don't remember. I don't
African
remember,
people in
but
general, bro.
yeah, I
I'm
don't
not
remember
sure what.
exactly which
I'm not
countries,
sure
but
when,
I
but
know it was African
it
people.
had
But
to be
like,
like Sudan. It had to be like
I think
Sudan.
how I found out about it was like, I think I saw like Eto or Drugba like
yeah,
say
Drogba
something
said
about
it.
it on social media, and I like looked it up. Dog, that's ridiculous, bro. Because at that point, like, you just treating like them people as if they're just like a
Aren't
piece of
they?
trash, bro.
I think I've heard a little bit
Test
about it.
subjects, yeah.
Are they like offering money to be test subjects, and because of their current like
Yeah,
living situations, they don't really have a choice? They're like,
yeah.
oh, it's
They.
easy money. Let me go get this.
Yeah,
But then
but
they're
that's
being
like
used as test subjects.
They're
I
that's
just
know, but
that's
exploiting
they're
it. They're
but
just
that's
exploiting
just
them, dog.
Yeah,
that's taking
it's
advantage of
just
them, bro. Like that's
exploiting their
ridiculous.
Because they're poor.
their current
especially
situation.
since
Are they
yeah,
testing
especially
them to find a vaccine or just like see how it spreads in different people?
I
Probably
mean,
Probably
find a
all
I
the
think
above.
vaccine,
I'm not
but they
sure.
probably
yeah.
won't do the other part, like find out it's spread.
So if
So
they die, then it's not their fault.
I
No,
mean, they
because they
probably
probably have to
signed
sign a
waivers
But
waivers. Yeah,
they
and
Yeah, they
exactly.
probably have to
consent
sign a
forms.
contract or
voluntarily
something.
Because they say
it's not their
to
Oh,
get
fault.
they
paid,
can
you
be
have to
sued.
sign this waiver. Yeah,
But yeah, that's messed up.
makes me
Just
not
go
laugh.
somewhere where
That
where you could go
is
to the lowest price.
that's
so
ridiculously messed up,
Yeah,
dog.
especially
what
Like
I'm
crazy.
that.
what I'm
Like
reading
that
right
pissed
now,
me
I
off
just
so
did like a
much when I saw it.
search. It's saying so I think it was a French doctor. Let's see,
How is the
they
French
didn't
frigging up
actually do
Africa,
anything. I
dude?
think they suggested Africans
That's
test
history,
a
bro.
repurposed tuberculosis vaccine to help 19 vaccine, and that was the issue. And then they
That's a
got sick.
problem though, and that's
No,
the
no, no.
thing about
I'm
the
not saying
French.
they're right, dude. I'm not saying.
I know, no, I'm not arguing. I'm not like trying to put blame on you, but I'm just saying, but like the French people always messing up African countries, dog, and it's ridiculous. Like, why not test it on like the French people, dog? Like, why y'all gotta go in Africa and test it on them black people, dog? Like, that man, I don't know, man, but
Which
that's
is
like
it's
racism. That's
not
just
morally right.
everything. That's just everything ism in a whole, bro.
Yeah,
Like that's ridiculous.
it's just wrong, bro.
Especially if you're taking
It's just wrong.
advantage of people who are already in a like
Advantage of people, yeah. Who,
pretty bad situation where they
yeah,
like like they don't have to take the money, but they're gonna be far better off if they do. But then their living situation is gonna
do
be worse.
exactly.
Yeah, it's
Yep.
just it's kind of shitty.
That's a good segue to the
And I
next
mean,
topic.
people probably hold on. I got one more thing. People in Africa probably gonna take it because I mean, like the money they're gonna be giving them in French money in like what currency does France use? I don't know. But
Francs.
oh my,
Pile.
Oh my.
It's euros now.
my God.
So it used to be francs. It's euros.
Dude, all I
Oh
can see
my
is his
God.
teeth and his little tiny.
Oh God.
Anyways, bro.
Yo, he was
Axel gone
Axel
too.
left too.
no way.
Anyways,
Oh man.
good thing I have
Africa safe
my
for
hotspot
everybody.
Yeah,
on,
man,
but
y'all jinxed it.
what was I
Real.
saying?
Oh my
In
god.
France, like the euros, the money they're gonna be giving them, like in euros, is not gonna be a
You
lot.
actually
But
cannot
like
see
when you translate that money to African currency, it's gonna
Yeah.
be a whole lot of money, bro. So like those people are probably going to take it. So it's just messed up.
Yeah. Just to clarify, this isn't something that's actually happening. They're not actually doing
Yeah,
it.
it has been
Just to make
happening.
sure y'all understand.
Yeah, I know.
Is it something that was
Like
like
from
going to
what
be
I
planned
understand
or
from the
something?
link that I saw, it was just an they proposed that like coronavirus test idea, and then they
Like
got
a
like
What's
slammed.
proposal.
What's
Rightfully.
up with Wappa, man? Wappa be tripping,
I'm
dog.
tripping for real, man. That's tough.
How do you feel in the call, bro?
Cause I'm on my hotspot.
I was to say that's funny, man.
Yo, use your phone behind the thing.
Can we low key hurry
I'm
this
not
up? 'Cause I'm
flashing.
trying to play some League in a bit. I ain't gonna lie.
What are you saying, Axel?
Yeah.
Let me pull
So
up
League of
Axel.
Legends or Dish Jam.
League of...
Now we
I'm gonna go.
asking the serious question. Enough of
I'm
the
gonna
enough of
say
the
League.
coronavirus.
Yeah, fuck it.
Enough
I'm
for the
gonna say League.
baby level.
Wait,
Wait,
My
Axel,
bad.
your Paul come back?
Now we
Hold on,
serious.
Axel, your Paul come back?
What thing? Hold on.
Hold
Thing
on.
or skill? League or this jam?
I don't know,
Wait,
dude.
wait, wait,
From
wait,
my
wait.
experience,
Carl,
this jam has some
Uh-huh.
crazy combos where you
your
bending the
whole
disc,
power went out.
Juiced up,
and
bro.
those are hard for me to
Getting
hit.
juiced
Only
up.
only my internet dropped out.
Bro,
I think Carl
Carl
saying
got the
that.
whole shebang, dude. Internet gun
that's
and the bang.
crazy, man.
Everyone seen the lockdown
And his
video,
video
huh?
frozen, bro. But you can't really tell, so it don't really matter.
Yeah. We can just roll
All
with
I
the
see is
show.
his collar, bro. His
Alright, so do we
undershirt.
want to talk
Ooh,
about?
there we go. There we go.
Do we want to talk about 7, guys?
7 what?
Seven? No.
7.
Skip that shit.
Wait, what's
Uh,
7? What's 7? I can't
Why
see the
manga
thing anymore.
trash?
Why manga?
Yeah, we could talk about that.
I don't know.
Sure,
That's
bro.
I don't want to talk about that
That's
one, dog.
that's
I don't
just
think
Alright,
it's
that's
trash. I
fine.
think
All
it's
right,
just
Like 3 of you read
preference
it, bro.
of reading.
Here, it's a acquired taste. For me,
Yeah.
the thing is, right, with manga, right, it don't even feel like reading. Like,
You're just
oh
there
my god,
absorbing
it don't
information,
even
bro.
feel like
Yeah,
reading.
bro.
Cause like
You're just looking at
80% of
pictures,
it
bro.
is the pictures, right? 80% of it is the pictures, and that's basically anime already, right?
Yeah.
and
And most
I
of y'all
mean,
watching it in dub
And so
anyways, dog. So you're reading anyways, and watching it sub anyways. You know, you're good.
nah, manga
and so
is.
here's the thing, right? And this is the one that really got me to manga, right? Slam dunk. Because the way they wrote the manga, right, is it have like a setup on one page and then the joke on the next, and
Yes,
you'd be
dude, it
laughing
was crazy.
at the joke, and like
little
it was
dunk.
crazy. Exactly.
He makes you
Nah,
go crazy
I'm
with the
going
dunk
to
and then
sleep,
whoop on
dog.
his
If
head.
there was one, I would say all of you should give Slam Dunk a little bit of a try because that's actually
I'm
really
looking
good.
good.
Dog, manga
Daniel,
is
if you
good.
drop the link, I will read it.
But
Hold on,
I'll
manga
hit
is
you up after.
Niggas
Not
want
at
to
the
read
moment.
when
Not at the
Amio
moment.
wants to
Yeah,
drop
I'll
the
hit you
link,
up.
but not when I drop the link.
manga
I've
is
been with
good,
you
right?
from the jump, Justin.
Well,
I
Justin,
From
agree.
the
I
when you
jump.
agree
dropped
that
it,
manga is
I
good,
was not aware of the punchlines on the
but
other page.
Wait, why is Drake speaking all these? Why is Drake talking so fancy now?
Because I was asleep.
He's like,
Yo, the
It's
aware of
title
the
transforming me,
punchline.
dude.
brings you a
I can't
different
help it.
vocab, dude.
It's restricting his slang, huh?
I was not aware of the
Only-
punchline on the other page.
I was not aware.
Alright, what was you saying, Carl?
Y'all
I
don't
was
think Quinn
saying,
taking a nap?
can y'all need to let me talk? Damn, bro.
Wait, give Quinn a second, dude. Give Quinn a
Let
second.
Quinn
Manga
wake
is
up, man.
We gotta quiet down.
okay.
Quiet
I'm not
down.
talking anymore.
No, go ahead, Carl. Go ahead. I want to hear your piece.
I was saying, I mean, I've already told you this, but manga is good. I used to read manga a lot, but I feel like, bro, like you just can't get that same feeling you get from watching anime, dog.
It's not
Get a
supposed to be
Like
the
better
same feeling.
feeling.
anime is like manga, like feelings wise, anime is just like manga, but like times 100, bro.
So I feel like I
Because
take a hit
like,
with the fillers though.
I mean, the fillers are bad, but the like action scenes just hit different on anime, dog. Like they ain't the same. Like it's not the same when you're just looking at a still image, than like when you're
Here's the
actually like
thing.
seeing that shit going on, bro.
I feel like it's supposed to be a different
I
experience.
feel like different. Yeah, exactly.
Like,
when
anime
you're,
is supposed to
when
see
you
the whole
watch an
thing.
anime, you've got music and things like that. It's like a different kind. You get a different vibe from
You
watching
don't like
the show, right?
suspense.
Than
It's
you
more
do.
suspense.
But when you
with
read
it.
the
Exactly.
manga,
Like-
bro, you're looking at the actual detail of every single frame, bro.
Exactly.
Like
When I read the
And
when
I
I
feel
read
like
the
you
Naruto,
Appreciation for it. And
you
when
since
I
you
really
read
think of
you
it
go through
more.
it exactly, you go through it slower. Like when you're reading a book versus like an audio book. I guess you get
Yeah,
more
you take
from
your time and you really
Look,
like
listen,
like
you really
get
you
into
really
it,
from
bro.
the
think and
book and from the
analyze
movie.
the
Exactly.
you
when
really
I was
analyze the
reading
manga.
Boys can't
when I
tell me
was
doing
reading
voice gestures, man.
when I was
You
reading the
can't.
Naruto manga, when I was reading the Naruto manga, right, it was good. Like I liked it. The fights were nice, but like when the anime for it came out, dog, like it just hit different. Like I just can't explain it. Like it it just hit different for me. Like
I get you for that.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
try out Slam Dunk for just a couple
Oh
of
my
chapters,
gosh,
dude.
bro.
Trust me, that's
Try
that
out
one's gonna.
Berserk. Try
I mean, I'm done reading. I don't read manga anymore, dog.
I think
Like,
we should
We could do a little popcorn reading after this.
to the
Let's go to
next
the next
Mhm.
topic.
number 12.
my computer probably gonna be dead by the time this done, bro.
Number 12.
Oh
Bro.
shoot!
We
Yeah,
gonna
we
hop
forget
into
about
number
that.
12.
What's number 12?
Camden know
Hey,
what number
Axel,
12 is.
Justin.
What's number 12, you saying?
Oh yeah, Camden's back.
This
So
it's a twerk off, dude.
it's Justin and Camden.
yeah.
Oh my god, can y'all skip this, bro?
You don't want to
Nah,
say
this is important.
Dude, it's
Bro,
for
I'm
the
on the
fans.
limited
It's
time
for the
frame,
fans.
dog.
How
I'm
else
on,
we supposed to get views on this?
Real
bro.
talk.
For the
My shit
fans.
gonna die
Black men
soon, bro.
twerk on
Like y'all don't understand.
Someone,
Yeah, yours gonna be the title, right? Black
Does
guys.
Carl have enough
on
light to do with
podcast.
twerking?
Crazy 2020.
me and Justin.
All right,
Wait,
go ahead, Camden. You can start it up.
Let's
No,
have Camden go first. Yeah, so it's
I
gonna be
go
like a
second.
competition. Camden goes first, and then Justin goes second.
No, 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 no.
Yeah, I like
I
that. I
go
like that.
first.
I like that, to be honest.
I go second. Just
No, you go first. I heard what you said.
Let's take a vote. Let's take a vote quick. Who thinks Justin should go
Camden first.
Camden first.
All right, let's
Camden? Okay, and
raise
now-
your
and
hand
now
for
Camden.
Camden first.
Ooh,
All right, I think
Look, Camden raised his hand too.
Yo,
I
Carl
think
Power came
everyone.
back.
All right, Camden. Just go quick. Yeah, Carl's power came back, so we're not on time limit.
Current went
Let's
off,
see.
bro. My power went off.
Yeah, bro. Power went out for Carl too.
It went for a couple of people. I hope it doesn't go off.
We have a generator, but it's still out.
Yeah.
So you gonna bust a move for me,
Music.
Camden?
I need some music. I'm groovy. I'm trying.
No, we can't have no copyright
If-
music.
if-
in this, dude.
Yeah, we can have. Just think of the beat, dude. Think of the beat.
Yes, dude. Hey, give me that ass up. Give me that ass up.
Dude, how you sliding across the floor sideways? That's an applause, bro. That's an
So
applause.
we going into segment 8.
That's an applause.
Segment 8.
All right,
next segment.
All right.
That's the thumbnail right there.
Justin.
Yo, I don't think
Thumbnail,
Justin can beat
thumbnail.
that. Let's just get Camden to win, dude.
Yeah, you got that one, bro. You got that.
That's
That's the top.
win by default, bro. Dude, when he stood back up and went back down to a different style, bro. Oh my.
Yeah, that was good, man. That was good.
That's,
Yo, props for that.
yeah.
Alright.
So it's Justin's turn now.
No, dude. We're going on to the next segment.
Haha, we back, baby.
Pushing, bro.
Yo, Carl, did you
Pushing.
just miss that, dude? Oh my god.
Wait, what happened?
Camden bust a
Camden
move.
twerk for us.
You're gonna have to watch the
Oh
video
my
later,
God.
dude.
Okay, so
He gonna go viral for being a batty boy, you know?
what's the next?
Nothing new, though. Do we want to do 10? Grant had a couple of questions. 9, 10, and 11 were
Let's
Grant's
do 11. Let's
questions,
do 11.
Quinn.
Quinn.
Let's do 11. Let's do 11.
Wait,
Quinn.
someone's got
It's
introduce
Quinn.
us to the thing and say the question. Whoever wants to do it.
All right, I got this. So we got a couple personal questions here from Grant. You know, right there, little robot. And his first question is, who is most likely to get arrested for walking around naked? And my
That's
my
easy.
go-to answer
Wait,
for
let's
this
do it one at a
Quinn.
time. One at a
One
time.
at a time. One at a time.
I'm going
from
Grant.
top
I'm
left.
speaking
Top
right
left.
now.
Wait. Top left, Axel. What do you think?
Axel.
Wait, whose order do we want? Whose order do we want to
Just
do?
follow
It?
Justin.
Let's
Follow
just do
Justin.
it by.
Follow Justin.
Everyone's got different orders, so Justin, you just call it out.
All right, Axel, go first.
Quinn.
This is stupid because everybody's just gonna attack me. Literally the dumbest question.
Just take it as a
Dave, your
compliment.
No.
But Quinn.
Whatever.
All right, Camden.
I also concur with Quinn.
Drake.
I don't know.
You know, actually, I don't think Quinn would do it because he's very comfortable in his body, but he's only revealing around his friends, and I feel like it would be more of Camden doing it while he's like intoxicated late at night.
I have a rebuttal to that. Say we all out, right? We all out with Quinn. Since he's friends with us, He'll
I
still
think
do it in
Dave. I think
public
Dave
and
would
just
do
get
it.
arrested.
I think Dave
Now
would be
your
naked.
turn next. Titan. Your turn.
Always
don't
put my
see
name
bottom
in the
right.
It's
top.
Dave,
Y'all
you
don't
know.
see
I
bottom
know it's
right.
Dave. He would go out there with
Let's
just
not
the
get out of
do-rag
control.
on.
Let's not get out of control.
Hey. We like back in
Wait, so
order.
you do not see Orion bottom right?
Or
I
in
was
the
looking
corner.
Bottom
gonna
left
say
for me,
Orion,
man.
dude. I was
Bottom
gonna say
left for
Orion.
me.
But okay. Who's up next after Drake?
It's me.
It's Justin? Alright.
I humbly think that'll be Carl. All right, on the Carl.
Ooh.
Your turn, Carl.
He's frozen.
I mean, I honestly would say me, but I'm going with Quinn.
Wow.
I need to
All right, Grant, it's your
No,
turn.
you,
it could be two people. I think it's Orion
It can
or
low-key be three, bro.
I think it's Orion or Carl. And I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Orion.
I'd say Orion too, but I go with Quinn over him.
All right, Amiel, your turn.
you gotta go with Orion too. I think Orion's most likely.
All right, Orion, that's your turn right there.
I don't even know if he's here, bro. He ain't here.
He frozen. All right, Sidon, your turn.
I'm gonna have to stick with Dave.
All right, Quinn, it's your turn.
The only thing to have on was a do-rag.
No, y'all don't hear this, but I'm gonna go with Camden. Camden.
Camden.
Alright, so what were the controversial ones? I heard one Carl. I heard a couple Camdens. I heard one Dave.
I think I'm the most.
I don't think Dave
one,
would be
bro.
the one to do that.
Silence
I would keep it real, man. I don't think.
Okay. Hold on.
That's how
like
Dave.
to talk
We
about
would
you.
not. We would be like, "Yo, Dave, you
Niggas
want
would
to do
just
it?"
think
And
it
then
was
he'd
a
take off
stick over
everything
there.
but the do rag.
Dave would be like, "You bet I won't.
Wow, bro.
You bet I won't." He's that
Nah,
bad.
not on that.
The only thing to get Dave to take that do rag off is a wave check. Now let me see it, baby.
No, we cannot do
Let
that,
me
bro.
see it,
There's
baby.
no
Come
way.
on.
No way checks. No way checks.
No,
wave checks.
dude. Not till after quarantine, dog.
I
Until I
think-
get this.
When he's spinning,
I
bro.
think I'm pretty
course, of
controversial
course.
because
No, you're not. You're
no,
not.
to be honest,
I
Okay.
don't even think Camden would do it, to be honest.
Okay, hold on. I have a good idea.
Wait. Camden, you remember the last segment?
Hold on. Everybody who got picked has to make a case for why they think people chose them.
yeah, okay, I'll go first.
Nobody
So,
chose me, so I'm cool.
I think people might choose me because sometimes gayish actions, but
Example A, 5 minutes ago.
Example 5 minutes ago when he
Scroll
was
back
throwing
5
his ass for a bunch of niggas on the court.
hear me out. Believe it or not, if you ever be out with, I'm relatively shy. I wouldn't put myself out like that.
Alright, Carl, your turn.
Alright, Carl, you want a quick defense?
The only
Or
fans are
maybe
us,
you can say
dude.
it's
We're the
right.
only
I
ones
mean,
watching this podcast.
Yeah, I feel
No,
like
Greg,
I
hey,
feel
you cannot forget about Greg, loyal
like
follower.
Damn,
3 years
alright.
almost. I gotta give a shout out to Greg.
Shout out to you, Greg.
Yes.
Shout out to Greg. This
The
one for
youngest, oldest.
Shout out to
senior.
the cook, man, and the troop.
Troop. Okay. Carl.
My bad.
Let's stay on task.
I mean, yeah, I feel like people chose me just because I just confident with like my body, and
You're the type to advocate for a size off. So.
yeah, I literally
Yeah,
am.
you know
so-
what? You know what?
I mean, that's how I think.
I'm thinking back into the what's it called? Ping
And I mean,
pong table days.
I also just
all
like.
the way up. So Loki got a
He's
little
pulling them
something behind that one
between
side.
them cheeks.
I mean, I
as
also just
underwear,
like
bro.
loafing around without clothes
While
on
Mr.
too.
Gribble was
So
watching too, you know.
I don't know. I mean, I guess that's why they chose me.
I have a question. Do you think because back in Africa there was a lack of clothing, so you have to walk around naked?
I don't know if Carl is frozen.
I think we should go. We should go. We should go.
Who has to
Go to
defend
another
themselves?
question.
Orion and Quinn do still.
We should go to
Wait,
another
Orion
question.
never voted.
Orion cut out for a second. You there, Orion?
Yeah.
He froze
Alright,
me.
so-
I said Quinn for sure.
Yeah,
But now you gotta
but
defend
some
yourself.
people voted for you. Want
You.
you have a defense? Do you think that's true?
Oh my god.
I don't know.
Could you see yourself getting arrested?
Can you see
walking
yourself
around
getting
naked?
arrested
Hello?
for being naked?
Yeah, for sure.
I think we got a winner then, man.
Ding, 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 ding,
I
ding,
think we got a winner.
Yeah, for sure.
All
Maybe
right.
at Megan's or something.
Maybe at Megan.
Megan's Bay.
He got the location too, bro. It's set.
All right. So going on to the next question. The best Chinese restaurant on the island. So we got
Sushi
China
Thai.
King.
Sushi
We
Thai.
got
Great
the
Wall.
Great Wall.
There's
Wherever
Ra.
Jimson's
Yeah,
mom
Great Wall.
Sushi
That's
Thai,
sushi
dude.
Thai. That's
Yeah,
sushi
sushi time.
Sushi Thai. What else?
Wherever Jimson's mom
It's-
Ra.
That's
Raw.
it's the dude.
Benny Iguanas.
Benny.
Benny Iguanas, yeah.
I never been.
Okay,
So
out of those,
You never been to Benny Guana's, Amir?
Really?
Oh my
That
god, you
thing.
bugging
I
out,
got
G.
Cafe Amalia, dog.
Wait.
Shameless plug.
Wait,
Amalia
you
Cafe.
guys-
Come.
You guys are forgetting the
Cafe
pet
Molly,
shop.
Cafe Molly.
You
gotta
guys are forgetting
reduce
the pet shop.
menu during the coronavirus. Keep
all
you
right,
say,
out of
Camden?
those,
My mom
Wait,
ordered
Kevin,
from
say it
there
one more
today,
time.
bro. She
Kevin,
got
say
the
it one more
paella,
time.
dog.
no, Camden, don't say it, dude. Don't say it. Out of those
What's
five,
it?
we gonna
You
start
said
with
Pet
Axel
Smart.
because he's in the top left of mine, right? Okay, Axel, what do you think?
Yeah, Grant. Just call him out, Grant.
Man,
Wait,
I'm gonna
wait.
have to go with the OG, the Great Wall, man.
All right.
Has been there for time.
Fair choice.
I got
fair
one
choice.
honorable mention though, right? There was
The
a
one by Nisky.
time. It ain't even like Chinese. They don't specialize in Chinese food, but they had sushi, and it was hook, line, and sinker, and they had the sushi bar. Actually, pretty good.
It kind of depends on what you want, dog. I ain't gonna lie. If you want sushi, it gotta be Benny Iguana, cause that's all they got. That's literally all they got. Right? And
I've
you want
never been there, bro.
the food is good. It's good, bro. It's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
man.
like for all around like Chinese food,
Wait.
it's probably got to be Great Wall or Sushi Thai. I'm gonna give this one to Sushi Thai. I think.
All right, Camden.
All right. Benny Iguanas.
There you go. Yeah, you literally say Benny Iguanas.
That's your favorite, dude. You love
It's
going there.
literally Benny Iguanas. We know.
Camden, you okay, dude? You talking?
Camden, you good?
You look quiet there, man.
What's going on with big man, dude?
Because he thinking about saying his joke one more time.
What's the joke, dude? What's the joke?
Dude, it's racist, dude. Don't say it.
Don't worry about it,
It's
man.
going on
What's the
YouTube.
joke?
bro.
What's the joke? What's the joke? We
You
got
gotta be
cut
racist
Can
if you
cut it
want.
out if it's too bad. Look.
Type it
Bro,
out in
just
the
say what
lobby
you
real
want,
quick,
bro.
dog.
Alright.
I hear him.
I- I'm
Oh,
not
turn
hearing
him up,
things,
bro. I cannot hear him.
Grant's the only one who heard him. What?
No, I already know what he's
Nah,
gonna say though. I heard it
oh.
Say
earlier.
it for
He
the
said it
people in
like
the
3
back then.
times already.
What?
Oh my god, you just said the pet store, bro.
Oh, bro.
The pet store. The pet store.
Oh my god.
Not bad. Not bad.
Alright,
Not
little
bad.
transition.
Humane Society.
All right. Going on to from Camden because Camden we already know is Benny Iguanas. Okay, Drake in the top right.
It's for me, Great Wall is a classic. It's after soccer matches and family and friends gatherings. But from the young ages, I haven't tasted many of their menu options, and I have tasted many more from Sushi Thai, so I'm gonna have to give it to them.
Hello, check 19, dude. Who put that on the?
Wait, what?
Oh, I put that. Okay,
Hold up. Who be saying it different though?
Man, okay, y'all
Wait till the
chill,
end.
man. Let's get through this question.
Let me get the...
Yeah, my bad.
Okay, the next person is Justin.
Who's
I'm gonna have
Dixie
to say Great
Norman?
Wall. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna say Great Wall.
Dixie Norman?
Yes, sir, ski.
What's Camden?
It's Camden.
Okay, Carl. You're frozen
I'm
by the way.
going Benny Iguana.
Okay, Benny Iguanas.
Yeah, call you frozen.
It's Grant up next for me. Yeah.
It's me next, so I'm gonna say
Okay, we're good.
I'm gonna say Benny Iguanas.
I
Definitely.
gotta stick with Great Wall for me, dude. I ain't been to Benny Iguanas. It's like it's.
I've never been to Benny Iguana.
I mean, we can
Okay.
go when I get back home, man.
Emil said Benny. Emil said Great Wall.
I haven't been to Benny Iguana.
I mean, we're gonna go when I get back, man.
Hey, we all
Seen
take a
you.
little
Okay.
trip.
Yeah,
in the bottom left, Orion. You frozen by the way. But
It's fine.
By Jimson mom.
Jen, where's that? Sushi Thai?
Yeah, that's what you think.
By Subway.
Yeah, Sushi Thai. Oh, okay. Siding.
I haven't had bunny iguanas either. I guess I'll go Sushi Thai. Those pretty good.
And then finally, Quinn.
Hello, I look to speak to somebody. I like. I like
Which
the
one's that?
sushi
Which
Thai.
one's that?
What the hell?
Sushi Thai? The sushi Thai. The one.
Oh, no.
Hey, Grant, what you want to talk about next, dude?
Okay, so transferring on.
14, 14, 14.
What about
13. 13. What about 13?
14,
No.
14, 14, 14.
Man. What about 13?
I'm gonna move on.
This one's a little targeted.
I'm gonna move on to number 10, right? Just to start us
Yeah.
off. So, who would most likely be the richest and why? So I'm gonna start with
Yeah.
myself, just because, my opinion.
Can we go from
I
left
would
to
say,
right? Can we go from top left, dog?
yeah, I would, but like,
Let's
let me
keep
say
talking.
my point and then go to left, right, left, so I don't have to say
Okay.
myself. Okay, so I would say probably Axel, and why is because he would invent something magical that would make a lot of money.
Have a rebuttal. You don't even
Yeah,
have
I
a
got.
major declared yet, dog.
Hey man, Dave, just let me.
You heard what I said, Dave. Some undecided.
I'm undecided.
So
Man, I was gonna say that
Axel's in the
for you,
top
Dave. You
left.
didn't have to do me like that.
Axel's in the top left, so we can stop top left. So Axel, what do you think? Who do you think?
All right,
And why?
based on what I seen in the last year, I'm gonna go between Dave and Carl, because I know Carl got that high paying major planned out, and Dave, I see the restaurant in the future.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm gonna have to.
We're not
I'm
going
gonna
for
have
the
to.
restaurant. We're doing the private chef industry, bro. That's where all the money.
I like the future looks. The future looks.
Okay. So the next person is Dave. So what do you think?
I got like.
You could choose yourself if you want.
Yeah, I'm
You
in
want
those
to do
three
choosing
people.
yourself?
We don't.
Wait,
Yeah.
we ain't hear you, Dave. We ain't hear you.
I think it's
I got
fair.
a couple
I think it's
people. I
fair.
think Carl, Quinn, or Justin. Because after speaking to Justin, he was like, I want to be a doctor. And you know, doctors be making money. You know, that's why. And Quinn, he's probably going to go really far in soccer or something, dog. That's why. And Carl, he got that high paying job for it. You know?
You gonna cite that?
So,
Citations from Axel.
yeah, from Axel. But I'm going to give this one to, I think, Quinn. I think it's going to be Quinn.
Okay. Next person is Camden. Who and why?
What's the question?
The question is
Oh.
So Camden.
But I'm ultimately Carl and Quinn. I will say Carl brains and potential reach star status.
Wait.
Also,
You could repeat that? You're like cutting up.
Dog.
Say Carl and Quinn.
I was saying that Carl has the potential to reach high and be rich. I will go with Quinn only because I want tickets to wherever.
Like a season pass, dog. I'm not lying.
Yeah, a season pass. I like that.
I want a season pass, bro.
Is Drake
Okay.
up next, right?
Yeah, Drake.
You know, it's a hard one because I believe all of us can be rich
Yeah.
and successful
Okay,
together.
Drake. Okay, pick us up then.
Nah, I'm not going with that.
Don't
I'm not going with that.
You're right though.
I think we all have
I
equal
think we should do a
opportunities and
maximum of 3
abilities.
people you could pick. Maximum of 3 people.
Yeah, let's do it. Keep it like that. Maximum of 3.
Man, really just gonna
Yeah,
do
you
the
know.
squad like that, huh?
Yeah, I can do this like that.
Don't say yourself though to cheap out of it, dog.
You can say
Nah,
yourself.
you
We said
can
that.
say yourself.
Say yourself.
You
You
can.
can say yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
can say
can
yourself.
say it. You can say that.
You know,
Come on, Drake.
I think I might have to go with Amiel for this one.
Oh shoot.
Okay. And why?
Shoot.
You know,
Because you look like a
I've been
money
seeing
maker.
some of those ultimate frisbee plays. He has a big chance of going pro.
Oh my god.
They ain't put me on the
Bro,
team.
how
for
much?
that.
Wait.
He said, wait a minute. Nah.
Left back.
Yo, Carl.
Left back frisbee
I would say it for
thrower.
you. Hold
Ha
on.
ha.
Yes, sir.
All right. Justin's next.
Alright.
Wait,
I got-
the top ultimate frisbee players can make up to $1,400 a season. That's a lot.
Right.
That can't be it. That can't be it.
That's raking in the big bucks, man.
Yo, you gotta really love this sport, man. You gotta really love it.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm thinking about two people right now. I'm thinking about Carl and Grant. Firstly, Carl, because he got that high-paying salary job that he's thinking about going into. But I can't forget about my boy Grant with them stocks. You feel me? Yeah, I know you're gonna make a
He
big
was
man.
waiting for that. He was waiting for that.
Yeah, big man.
I
You was
know
waiting
you're
for
gonna get
that.
it
Carl,
big,
check
bro.
your phone.
Alright.
All right,
hold
Carl
on.
next. Carl's next.
Hold on. Let me answer my question. Honestly, first of all, I'm gonna just list out. I actually do like feel like everybody call could become rich. And I could like name for everybody. Hold
Way
on.
to
I
tell
could really
me
name for
3 people
I
and
could
then go
really
take my
name for
line.
everybody. Hold on. I gonna pick 3 people though. I could really why I feel like everybody in this chat will become rich. Yeah, you know what? Let me do that. Axel, stupid smart. Dave got a culinary. Dave is like,
He ahead of the game, dog.
yeah, Dave got like a different type of smart. I feel like
Wait, what?
no, like
It's in the fingers. It's in the fingers.
Smart dude.
Dude, what?
That's
okay,
low-key
like
disrespectful, but go ahead. Go
no,
ahead.
no, no.
Yo, dude,
Hear me out. Like
tell me.
Dave, like no. Like Dave
He
isn't
called you
like Dave
freshman.
is smart. Hold on. Dave is smart school wise, right? But he's not the smartest school wise person I know. But outside of school and just like everything, I don't know. Dave is just smart for life. Camden, Camden wants to get into like business and stuff. And I could see Camden like keeping up with like social media and getting rich off some trend or some shit like. Drake is goofy as hell, but when Drake wants to be serious, bro, Drake has laser focus when he's serious, bro. And
When he locked in
Justin,
in Vegas, bro. When he
when
locked in
when
in Vegas,
when
bro.
Drake is locked in, Drake is locked in,
Drake is
bro.
locked
Jake
in,
is
bro.
locked in.
Justin,
I
that
get
gonna be
Drake.
my future personal doctor. I mean, that's gonna be the man.
I get you.
I'm not gonna say
What?
myself, but Grant with
I'm
the
trying
stocks,
to.
yeah, he like. I ain't never seen. I feel like Grant likes stocks more than he likes soccer. Like I ain't never seen Grant so happy about stuff. Like this man be like so happy to talk about stocks. I feel like he could do
Because
good.
he's making money, bro. That's why he's so happy to talk.
And then Amiel is a finesse type of smart.
Yes, dude.
Like
I
I
can
don't
see
know
that.
how to explain it, but y'all know exactly what I mean.
I know
Amiel
exactly
I know
what
is
what
you
you
mean. I
mean.
know
Anybody,
y'all know
You know he's
exactly
finding
what I
the
mean.
quickest way to cheese
he
the
can create a
system.
lovely body.
And
I,
looking like he ain't doing work, but he's
I
already
feel
got it
like
done like
I
2 weeks
feel like
ago.
I feel
Oh
like
hell no. He doing it
I
last
feel
minute.
like
What you mean?
I feel like Amiel
Yeah,
gonna
that
come
one
up.
is Drake.
I feel like Amir gonna come up. Hold on, let me talk, man. Let me
Yeah,
finish.
go
I
ahead,
feel
go
like
ahead.
Amir gonna come up with like some revolutionary product to like get some done efficiently. I don't know. I feel like
Nah, but he can also like Amnio's that type of person that can sell anybody like anything because he just
yeah, that's
pops
true
so
too.
much and he just keeps going and
That's
going.
true.
Just they just
He
give
took
in.
on
It's like
the
you're like,
life.
wow, it makes sense, but I kind of want him to stop. But it's
And
Okay,
beautiful.
this
and
dude
then
could keep a straight face in
Orion.
the most
Hold on,
in
Orion,
any
right?
situation.
Orion is one of the biggest dumbasses I know. But right, yo, he kind of like has that Drake focus. Like when this man is playing soccer, like for real, like he's a whole different person, right? I feel like if he just applies that focus to his life, he'll become rich easy. And then Sidon is creative as hell. So I don't know. I feel like Sidon is one of the most creative people I ever met, bro. So
Bro, that is
I'll,
compliment
I'll
I cannot accept, dude. I am not creative.
I'm giving that to
Yo,
you,
after
bro. I'm
we've seen
giving
that
that to
last
you.
video you made, Simon.
Chill,
Yeah,
bro.
you're
Don't
creative, and
humble
then
yourself, bro.
you
Bro,
good
I'm
with the
humbling myself.
bro. You good with pictures. You good with videos. Like you can make a living from that. And obviously, we know about Quinn. Quinn is
You
like
know me.
Quinn making it to Real Madrid, dude. I don't even gotta explain it more. But if I gonna pick 3, I'm gonna pick Axel. I'm gonna pick. Shit, I don't know who's my second one, bro. I'm picking Axel.
Next
Bro,
call.
Grant is gonna be effective.
Shit, bro. I'm picking Axel, Justin, and myself because I don't know, I feel like Axel is just. I
You
mean,
already explained it, man.
Yeah, you've been
No,
talking
okay,
for a
but
long time,
now I
bro.
can explain it in depth. Now I can explain it in depth because I just went over them quickly.
No,
It's
Jeff,
your
Just
mouth,
tell
Hold on,
motherfucker.
hold
Yeah,
on.
it's
Hang
okay.
up,
It's
hang
Come
up.
on,
all
people.
No,
This
good.
will be
no,
the
I have
longest
been a
segment of the show.
yo,
Like,
I
my
appreciate
wine
you,
get me a little
Bart.
tipsy, dog. My wine get me a little tipsy. Hold on,
it gave you
bro.
kitchen table
I've
What's up
brothers
been
for your
and
mother head? I you know.
like I've been with like ever since I've been to Montessori, like me and Axel basically been in like every class together, especially in like physics and stuff like that. Like I don't know, man. This
physics, man,
man
that
brain,
changes you, dude.
his brain works kind of
yeah, he got
differently
crazy
than like
brain.
the
Yeah,
school.
Axel,
Like
man.
he is mad dumb streetwise, but
Justin.
he's super
Yeah.
dumb book-wise. I mean, super smart book-wise.
I
Thank
think
God that
All
was
right.
not to me.
Axel might got the
Justin,
lowest street IQ I
Justin,
know of, bro.
Justin picks up things really easily. And then I feel like he's just like a really likable person, and you really need that in a doctor. So he could do that.
And he wants to be a
And me,
pediatrician too, dog. Like
and
that's
me, I mean,
crazy.
I pick myself because I mean, like I don't know, bro. I've been broke for too long, and I just
Self love is the best love.
self love, dude. I've been broke for too long, and I just know I can make it, man.
We
NBA
all been
That's
Carl,
just
broke for
what
too
bro.
long,
that's
NBA
just what
Carl.
it
except
is.
Drake. Everyone been broke too long except Drake.
That's just what it is.
All right.
I'm
So the
sorry
next
I took up
person.
some more time, but I had to show love to all my brothers, man. I love y'all,
Can
dudes.
I say
Appreciate it,
Love you
something?
bro. I
too, bro. Love you
appreciate
too.
it.
All right.
Bro,
So
check
the
your
next
phone.
person is
Oh
Amiel.
shit, hi Dave.
Wait, can I say something before Amir goes?
Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
go.
It's low-key slept on, referring back to society. Rough. Bro, man.
Yeah, you right. You
Anyway,
right. Yo, the cheese ruffles
Waffles are
hit,
good,
bro.
dude.
Cheese ruffles hit,
Got it.
bro.
Yeah, that's not a
virtual
bad shout.
Juve, bruh.
You seen it, right?
That's cringe. Anyways, but
I hate it here, Carl.
All right,
All
That's
right,
Amiel.
good.
Amiel.
Push it back. They could just push
All
it
right.
back.
So for me, my list is
Yeah.
pretty similar to Carl. Justin, he got a plan laid out. I don't know too much about Carl's plan, but
That nigga
from
smart.
what y'all are saying,
I have a plan, bro.
it sounds legit. So I could put Carl on the list. The next two I got kind of tied between Axel and Quinn. But the thing is, they both like I don't know Axel's plan yet. But I trust he'll figure
No
it out.
plan exists.
But I trust he'll figure it out. And then
I'm
Quinn,
with you on that one,
I
Axel.
feel like you gotta give him a few more years because
Yeah.
He is younger than he
just
also
any
is.
type,
Oh, yeah.
any type of sport is like
It's
a bit of a
It's
gamble,
climb.
and then there's also a lot of things that could go wrong. I think. But those are
Yeah,
like my top
even just
four.
a singular injury could.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
has the
Yeah.
facilities to
So,
make
like,
it. It just all has to
exactly.
line
It's
up.
just There's
All
an
right.
element of luck in it. I think.
All right, Orion.
Man been frozen for 25 minutes.
Who you think gonna be?
Axel or Axel, Quinn, or Amiel?
And why?
Axel, because he's kind of charming. He's charming and smart.
I can get behind that.
I think you got a little secret admirer there.
Amiel, like, just look.
Look at it, man. Look at Amiel, man.
It looks like something.
It just looks
And
beautiful.
Yo, Amiel,
And
you
Quinn?
there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah,
Your camera froze.
Me?
Yeah.
You want me to restart? Yeah, no
Yeah, and
problem.
so did Carlos.
Oh yeah.
And Axel's. What the heck?
And then
What is going on?
Yeah, you good.
and then Quinn, because he's athletic and he can
Yeah.
pretty much play every sport.
Okay. Okay, so I didn't.
Carl, your camera mess up.
I gotta say, like,
Mid-sip, bro. Mid-sip.
yeah, I think everybody here got a lot of plans, but like most people that I noticed that like just pick up stuff quick would be like Axel and Justin, and especially since Justin doing the medical field. That shit pays.
Mm-hmm.
Carl definitely got he's got drive. And then I think Grant could be rich, but if he took soccer seriously, like properly serious and worked out, bro, he would be filthy. And
But
then
he's bad.
Quinn's already nice with it, and he has like, you just got that like, when you want that ball, bro, you gonna go
You
get that
getting the
shit.
ball, bro.
So that's like, I think that's my pick would be Quinn, Grant, and Justin, top three. Because also
Okay.
I ain't heard Carl's plan, so like.
All right. Okay, so finally, Quinn, what do you think, and why? Who and
I
why?
have to go with Grant, Sidon, and Axel.
And why?
And so Axel's number one because I don't know if you've ever seen this man play, but this this man can make the master pulls. And then
You should have seen him a year ago, dude. It was not like
Dude,
Yeah, I haven't been playing that game for a year.
you should have seen him a couple months ago, bro.
You should have seen him 2 weeks ago, dude.
Yeah, in fact, you should have seen it for quarantine, dog.
I
Try and
know,
go
go
help
ahead,
the
go
man
ahead.
with the gang, and he going dead.
and then Sidon, I've been playing Astroneer with him. He's got smarts that
That's
just
a good
be
shout.
hitting different. Like
Sometimes
he'd
just
be
have
exploring.
fun,
And
it's
then the scuba diving could do
Mhm,
something
mhm.
like underwater scuba diving, welding,
yeah, dog.
welding underwater.
Yo, that pays good. Like
Yeah, it
these
feels so
scuba
good.
diving things pay good, but they're super dangerous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why they pay good.
Yeah, like underwater construction.
And then Grant because
Damn.
Okay,
Because
so
what? Because he's just what?
he's Ed.
Oh.
okay, so moving on to the next question. I want you guys to like take turns like we did last time, and make sure you don't like uh talk over each other because this might be a controversial
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
question.
Yes, ma'am.
Carl, you froze again.
So starting with the question, the best fast food restaurant. I know down in St. Thomas we don't have a lot of fast food restaurants, but
Maximum
overall,
2 minutes each person, man.
Dude, I
Carl,
just like to shout out how good of a host Grant's been.
Yeah,
like,
Grant.
He's been pretty,
Mhm.
he's been
Yeah,
pretty
Grant's
amazing.
been a good
I'm not
host.
gonna lie.
imagine
Shout
we've
out to
been
you,
in the
man.
States living,
So
and
inspirational.
I want to ask Axel, what's your favorite fast food restaurant?
All right, I'm gonna start off by saying I barely ever eat fast food. So most of the
Yo,
options,
look at me, Axel. I don't eat fast food. Like, go ahead.
disrespectful bad, you know.
Disrespectful bad, man.
What's
Hey, go ahead. Go ahead.
look at how Orion's thing is frozen.
Okay, hold on. Can we do let's go, bro.
No, we're getting so off topic.
Pick it up.
I know, bro. I'm trying to go play some league, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
I change
for
all
real.
of this.
So I guess technically I should say Subway because that's where I eat the most. But I'm gonna say Popeyes.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
So Dave, what do you think?
Go with Tim Hortons.
I can already tell you Camden's from
Tim
now.
Hortons.
So.
What's
Canada,
Tim
bro?
Hortons?
That's a sandwich.
You
place,
never
right?
into Tim? Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you Camden's from
They
now.
have chocolate. They have chocolate milkshakes, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think you put us onto it,
Bro,
Sidon,
that is
when we went to
good,
Canada.
dude. That
Yeah,
place is
isn't it?
fire.
It's only in Canada,
It's a
right?
Canada thing, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But you
I'm
didn't
not-
say it had to be in America.
There-
But I was rocking with it. It's
Man's
good.
international now, fam.
Those chocolate
International
milkshakes,
now, man. International thing.
So
killer,
good.
bro.
I know.
Okay. Camden.
Chick-fil-A.
Okay. Drake.
That wasn't even Camden.
That wasn't Camden.
Which said that?
Oh, that sounded like
You're Camden.
Camden. What do you think?
What do you say?
It's Chick-fil-A. That's my type of
Really?
Yeah.
That's my type of
I
All right,
told you.
Drake.
I haven't had very many different
Man,
strains
just
of.
answer the question, dude. You always gotta start with his long thing in the middle.
Yeah,
Saying his
Yo, I
thing.
haven't had too
It's
many.
hard because
It's the
I
Taino.
I appreciate a well-made Subway sandwich by myself, but then I've had some banging Chick-fil-A food. Whenever I've gone there, it's been good.
So is it Chick-fil-A?
I'm gonna say Chick-fil-A just because it's different.
All
It's
right.
chicken.
Justin.
Chick-fil-A
It is
10 out of
chicken.
10. None necessary.
Real talk.
Not necessary.
Carl.
Chick-fil-A gang.
Subway. Subway. Y'all know the
You're
deal,
gonna
man.
have to ask that one. Which Subway the best
Subway.
to
Y'all
try?
know
The
the
one right there
deal.
in this.
Yes,
Domino's.
sir.
Domino's.
All right, there it is.
I like Domino's.
Okay,
I
so
hope
I
not.
would say
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A. So
I
Amiel.
gotta give it to Chick-fil-A as well. But then Subway on Island, I think you gotta give it to Subway because too many soccer memories there, man.
Yes,
Oh my god.
sir.
The Amoy's one olive.
Yes. One olive in the middle. Yep.
Okay, Orion.
Um, Probably Chick-fil-A or like Shake Shack.
Shake Shack is good. Shake Shack
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
expensive though, bro.
Or probably Chick-fil-A is where I'd like. It's like my go-to.
Okay, Sidon.
Play. It's just whack how they are religious, bro. That
Yeah, bro.
like they really be
Yo,
closing on
yeah,
Sundays, bro.
see,
Like,
true,
come
true,
on,
true.
Wow.
That,
You
that's a
know,
fact.
7 days a week, man.
that's crazy.
And finally Quinn.
Man.
Chick-fil-A is a classic, but I'm gonna have to give it to my one and only Justin. I know you know that.
Wait, what?
What is it?
Zaxby's.
Oh,
Oh,
Zaxby's.
Zach.
Yeah, Zaxby's 5. Zaxby's.
Actually, is a
Yeah.
good dude, bro.
Exactly.
Yo, that chicken hit.
Okay.
Man.
Bro, quick
Okay,
comment.
well-
My back is sweating.
Yeah,
Yeah, you've been in that
I did.
position the
All
whole
this shirt
time.
is hot.
He was like, you've been posted up.
Leave
like,
that
same
inside. Leave
position.
that in.
Yeah.
Okay, while we on the food subject, I want to talk about like the island food now. So, what's the best island food? Starting with Axel.
Actually,
Pate, my friend.
Yeah.
Which one?
It's the classic, a pate.
Okay, so
Oh yeah, Rosia, go shout out too.
a real
What
side.
type of,
What
what
type
type
of
of
Indian?
pate? What type of pate?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Beef.
Kyle, you freezing a lot
saltfish.
now.
Saltfish, my guy.
Yeah.
Saltfish. Beef.
Saltfish.
Beef is
I'm
nice.
bugging Justin.
I just don't like
let's
fish.
let's
That's
not
my
get
problem.
into the beef
Yeah, yeah. That I just don't like
type
fish.
of
That's my
pate because
problem.
we had that one on the last.
Yeah.
All right, so Dave, you're next.
I'm going with oxtail or yeah,
Dick
I'm going
pate.
oxtail.
Yes.
Oxtail
Like
go
pig-
hard, bro.
Pigtail.
Dick pate.
Okay.
Pigtail go hard too.
Pig feet.
Camden.
Oh,
No, no.
Sauce.
Well-
You know sauce?
currently
Yeah,
I'm
dude, I guess-
drinking passion fruit juice, but like that's close to fire. But as a
That's not a
Answer the
food.
question, dog.
As a
Answer
food,
the question.
food, you
What's
said
the
No,
what?
we did not ask Busy what his favorite island food is, and he said passion.
it's nice. It's nice.
Retarded, bro.
I go pate, just classic
Okay.
beef.
Okay. Drake.
I'm gonna have to go a little sweet one. The tarts, dude. The tarts.
Oh yeah, too, I was thinking that too.
That's a good
That's a
one.
good. That's a good answer. Good answer.
Wait, which tart? Which tart?
Coconut.
Uh-oh.
Coconut.
Coconut. Have to.
Yeah,
Okay.
coconut.
Okay.
Coconut.
Coconut.
The number one.
Pineapple. No man.
Justin's
Okay.
up next.
All right, Justin, what are you saying?
I have to go with the classic oxtail and rice. That's
Yes,
that's
sir.
my go-to.
Yes, sir. Good on right there.
D9.
Right there.
Okay.
Um. Okay, so I mean, I haven't really had that much island food because all like really is African food. No, it's African food with my mom cooks for me. So if I can really have to go for one, I must say the patiman that used to be in front of Charlotte, his chicken pate with the passion fruit juice. Oh my gosh,
That's the
Mm,
best
that's
combo, dog.
that's a combo,
Yeah.
bro.
All right, Graham, what do you say?
Jollof rice.
I'd probably say Johnny Cake. That's probably my
Johnny
favorite.
Cake.
With some cheese, dude. With some cheese.
Yeah, with
No
cheese.
tuna?
Johnny cake with cheese. You have that with cheese.
For me, dude, I gotta give it to fried old wife, dude.
Oh, that's a good
If you get a
one.
good
That's a
one,
good-
oh
that's a-
shoot, that one hit nice.
That's a good
Fried
one.
fish was
That's a
probably
good-
my second one. Cause fish be alright for me,
Oh,
but
right.
when you get a nice fried fish, woo,
Nice fried old wife.
it hits different.
Down
Fried
by-
fish with ketchup. Oh
Down
my
by
God.
Koki Beach, dude.
gotta
They
get
used
the
to
pepper
catch them
sauce,
fresh
dog.
and then
Oh,
fry
yeah.
them. Oh
Dog.
shoot,
You
those are
cannot
good.
catch fish in Turkey. Lick your end.
It's
No, they sold them, dude.
Oh,
You gotta go
Orion.
catch it yourself, man.
Orion, what are you saying?
He on the move
What's
now. He on the move.
what's the best? Orion, what's the best food? What's he packing up? He going.
Oh.
Hey man, Sidon, you go,
Yeah,
bro.
you
Dude,
gotta
it's
Come back,
hot,
John.
bro. Okay, I'm gonna have to say
Sidon,
like,
you.
Yeah,
dude,
the
like like chicken with yellow rice and plantains.
Well, y'all say
That
plantain or
tastes
plantain?
Plantain, dude.
Plantain.
I say
Plantain.
plantain. I say plantain.
Exciting, we got a
That's
lot.
What you
I said
planting,
plantain.
Justin? You planting plantain?
What you plan?
I just say plantain.
You planting plantain?
Yeah,
All right,
dude.
Quinn,
That's why
what's
they
over
call it
you?
Yeah, dude, as a plantain farmer, dude.
that.
Quinn, what's yours, dude?
What type of farmer are you? A plantain.
Y'all let Quinn talk.
No,
Let Quinn
sir.
talk.
What are you
Just
planting?
plantain.
No, I'm planting, dude. I'm planting.
I plant plantains.
Quinn, what are you saying?
So after the storm, that those nice packs that they get.
Yo,
That's not an island food,
With
though.
a
That's not an
Pop-Tart,
island.
with a Pop-Tart.
Yo, I ain't gonna
Dude.
cap.
Sorry,
Dude,
That
those
things
might
used
as
to
well
hit,
have been
dog.
island foods, because we were
Yo,
all
those
eating
used
them.
to hit.
Everyone was
Yo,
eating them, yes, dude.
hold on. The one, it had one that was like the cheese tortellini. Yo, that one used to taste so
that
good,
actually
bro.
slapped.
And then the crackers with the jam. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah,
That-
All
yeah.
right.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. You should be hyping up the crackers.
Carl
and the
only got them
jam.
for the Vienna sausage.
Oh yeah,
Bro, I
okay.
used to eat
get
them
the
things
Vienna sausage.
every
I
day.
used to-
But my one and only is fried jack. The heck is fried jack?
Fried what? I didn't hear
Fried
you.
jack.
Fried jack.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can hear
right.
you.
My computer died. But
All right, no problem.
He was packing up.
He was running to the charger, man.
I was right there.
What's your favorite island food?
Chicken roti.
All right, yeah, good shout.
Those are good, dude.
That's
I
a
think we got
classic.
enough
Yeah,
roti
yeah, yeah.
represented, dude.
All
So
right.
another question, right? Is do you like sweet tea?
Of course.
We're not doing that. We're not doing a
mean,
question,
we all
bro.
just
What?
That was
Who don't
good.
like
It's
sweet
I,
tea?
bro.
Yeah,
It's I.
yes,
It's
sir.
I.
Yes,
Alright.
sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it
Any
depends on
sweet
who's
tea?
making it. If you're adding hella sugar
Brent,
in it, yeah, it's gonna taste
Brent.
nice.
Some
Yo.
Bojangles sweet tea.
Do 21 next. I'm about to make it.
God.
Okay, while we waiting for 21, do you say Capri Sun or Capri Sun?
I gotta think.
Capri. It's Capri
We started
Sun,
with
dude.
Capri Sun.
Started-
I
wait,
see-
wait, wait,
I
wait,
see
wait,
Capri
wait.
Sun,
Yeah, let's
Capri Sun.
Axel, let's start with you.
And you gotta explain why, bro. You gotta explain why.
Wait. I say
Bruh.
both, dog. What?
Yeah, I say both, but it's Capri
Yeah.
Sun. You got the
Talking to, like,
Capri
stateside
Sun.
people.
Yeah.
If you're talking to
I mean,
stateside people, you say
If we
Capri
got
Sun,
vested in here, Camden, be drinking them.
Okay, Dave, what are you thinking?
I say Capri Sun, dog.
Okay, Camden.
It's
Wait,
just
what
the regular schmegular, not Capri Sun. What the fuck is that? Capri Sun.
Yes, Capri Sun.
What is Capri Sun? Yeah.
I feel like when you're on the fly and it's a real quick thing, it's like Capri Sun. But like, when it's like, I want
No,
Spell it out
no.
for someone. It's
When you savoring
Capri
it.
Sun.
Capri Sun.
If you're talking
Capri
to
Sun. Capri Sun.
Talking
if
to
we're
a
talking
stateside, you
like
say Capri Sun.
stateside people, yeah, stateside people say Capri Sun, but
Everyone
come
else
home, I
be
say
Capri
Capri
Sun.
Sun. Give me a Capri Sun, then, man.
Yeah, I like my whole time. I never heard of VI person like a VI person
Yeah,
say
Capri Sun, then, man.
Capri Sun. Is us
Yeah,
is
it's
Capri Sun now?
Capri Sun.
It's Capri Sun
Yeah,
now.
that's facts. That's facts.
I'll be saying both of them. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, I say Capri.
Capri Sun.
Okay, since everybody pretty much answered the question,
You just give half the people did.
You know, everybody answered it.
Everybody said the
Everybody
same
been
thing.
saying-
Everyone said it.
Everyone
Everyone been
answered
saying
it.
Capri Sun or Capri Sun or Capri Sun.
All right,
okay, this dude, I don't want to ask that question, Quinn.
Quinn,
Dude,
you
it don't
want
have
wait.
to be in the podcast. Just
So-
edit it
Oh
out.
my
So
god,
y'all-
we're not doing that.
Who does stand up and wipe the bum? Let's be real.
I'm
I look at you, Amio. I look at you, Amio. I knew it. I knew it.
my hand up.
not gonna lie, I
Hand
did
up for
too.
this one.
I'm not gonna lie, I did too.
Sit down.
I've done it
Y'all
before, but
stis?
not
Wait,
regularly.
what?
Y'all
How do
stand
y'all
up?
stis?
Well, you
Yes,
stand up.
bro, bro, you
Stand up.
open your legs right and you stand up and you
Yeah,
bust on
Yo, this is wild, bro.
And you what? Yes, there you go.
No way.
But your
no
cheeks
way.
are
yes,
not spread
yes.
on the seat, though.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
cheeks are spread on the seat.
Great.
Just
Grant,
Yes, Quinn.
Grant, start from the top left. Let's start from the top left.
Okay,
Just
okay.
stand there.
Okay,
Axel,
start from the top
stand or
first.
sit?
Sit and why?
Sit, obviously.
Demonstrate. Demonstrate.
How, bro?
Demonstrate.
I'm sitting down already. I don't need to demonstrate nothing.
No, just go. All right, Dave.
You sit down.
Sit, bro.
The same right now is trying to
Camden?
suck his own meat. Same.
Camden.
I like sit down. Michael stand up too. Sit down.
Drake.
Oh, Drake.
I mean, I've stood up before, but regularly I do sitting down.
Bro, how? You just what?
Yeah.
Literally just go behind and scoop between the cheeks.
Nah, bro.
Yeah.
Justin.
I go ahead,
Sit
Justin.
down.
Go
I
ahead.
sit down and wipe my ass, bro.
That's how
Nah, I stand up, bro. I feel like if you stand down, you don't get as
We done know Carl.
clean, bro. Look.
Nigga, you
Hear me
got
out,
as
head
much
technique.
reach
Hold
as you
on.
do standing up.
Hold,
It's just more
hold on,
comfortable.
But when you stand up, your
technique.
cheeks go back together.
I don't want to
Yo,
touch
what I'm
the
saying.
no.
That's what I'm saying.
See, actually, you do the
Y'all just
technique
don't wipe
wrong.
properly.
Head
It's
technique.
getting all over when you
Hold on.
stand up,
Hear me
dude.
out. Hear me out.
So y'all
Your
don't
legs
shake
down.
on it.
How
Bro,
much
let
poop
me
you
talk,
stand
bro.
on
Let
your
me
bum
talk.
though?
Oh my gosh. Can y'all let me
It's supposed
explain
to
this?
fall in the toilet, bro.
Can y'all
Your
let me
bum be
explain
itching,
this?
Carl. Your bum be itching, Carl. I know that.
Can I talk? Okay, so what you have to do, right? Your legs have to be spread out wide. See, the problem most people make is they keep their legs enclosed.
So now you just tell men to spread their legs.
shut up, dude.
You know,
You trying to be funny,
like gets ready for a jumping jack, dude.
dude? Yeah, if you stand up with your legs closed, obviously your cheek gonna close and it's gonna spread inside. If you have your legs open and you stand up, your cheeks still gonna be open, right? And then hey, look, hold on, dude, hold
Dude,
on.
I got too much ass for that.
How do you do this? How do you do
I
this
got-
in like a stall if like you out in
Hold
public,
on,
dude?
hold on, bro. This. Look, this is the deal breaker. Most people don't know this, but you gotta like twist your toes so
Okay,
they
we didn't
point
ask for a
towards
class.
each
We just
other.
asked what you did.
Hold on. Your toes, when you stand up, you have to make your toes point towards each other, so then your cheeks open up more. Trust me, bro.
This is Africa,
Trust me, bro.
This is Africa,
Trust me, bro. Trust
That's
me,
how
bro.
they
If
poop on the go in Africa. They just keep
you
walking.
stand up, you point your toes towards each other, your cheeks spread out, and you just grab the toilet paper, and you have full range of motion, bro.
You have full
All
range
right,
of motion sitting down.
Grant,
Nah,
what are you
bro.
saying, dude? What are you saying,
I'm gonna
Grant?
say stand up,
Wait,
dude. Because
wait. Before we keep this all on
All right,
before everything,
Amil?
did you notice
No.
that Discord goes by medical?
Yes.
Yes, Queen.
Yeah.
Okay. No, because I want to know. I want to know why everybody is messed up. Like, why we're
I'm pretty sure we're all in the same order. Just some people.
Yeah, we're
I'm
all
pretty
in the
sure it's the
same
same
order.
order.
People just have a
Yeah.
different size screen, so it looks different.
So
Okay,
for
I'm
me,
in.
I gotta do standing up, bro. I've tried sitting down.
Yeah,
It don't
It
feel
just-
right, dude. It don't feel
yeah,
right.
it
Like
just-
your elbows bumping on the
Yeah.
sink. The
Nigga, why is
toilet
your
back, bro.
why are your elbow
and
all the way
you
over
might
there, bro?
touch the water.
Dude,
You
I'm
might
like
touch the
reaching behind exactly.
How deep
Almost
you reaching
Why?
in the
Why
sink,
is your hand all the way down there, bro? You're wiping your ass. You're not grabbing
You
the
wiping your bum, not the toilet,
Yo,
bro.
No.
He's making
I
sure
was
he
joking
rubs
about
his
that
nuts
last.
first, Justin. You gotta get a little nut rub and all the way up.
Not.
Listen. Y'all ever wipe your bum and the toilet paper breaks and you get a little bit of your
Man.
Hold up. I got a question for the people that sit down. Do y'all wipe from the front or the back?
In the back.
If you wipe from the front, you're a batty
Front.
boy, dog.
Yeah, bro. You going straight through the nuts to get to the ass cheek, bro. Oh, hell no.
Straight batty boy, dog.
Drake, let's hear from you. Where do you wipe from?
I
Yeah,
wipe from
Drake.
the back. I just heard of people wiping
That's
from the
cap.
front.
You
Their whole entire arm, all this
If
arm
your
will
brother
get poop
say
on.
that's fake, dude, I don't know. I don't know if I can trust you, Drake.
I've the place I heard it from was from the H2HC podcast, and H2HC does it.
But they
That's where
also
I
be
got it
using
from.
today's.
So I just thought it was
All right,
relevant to
man.
the question.
Orion, do you sit or stand?
I don't do one of these.
You can't even see his camera, bro.
No, he said,
You don't realize there's 2 frames every 3 seconds.
Go like this. You lean to the side and then you wipe.
What about
kinda
you,
get what
Sidon?
you
So I
said.
sit.
Yeah.
What do you Sided? Sided.
I sit down, but I'm not gonna lie. I kind of use the Orion tactic.
Yeah, I mean that's usually how you're
Wait, to
supposed
kind
to.
of
Yeah,
lift up or something like
Yeah,
that.
you're
a little, a
supposed to.
little
That's why
You're supposed to
people
lean.
lean
went
forward.
wrong.
Yeah,
You're supposed
Maybe
to
that's
lean
why people
forward.
yeah.
went wrong.
You're not supposed to stay
Yeah.
straight there. You're probably
If you
supposed to get
don't
your hand
move,
through
if
your
you
ass
don't lean,
cheeks,
you don't
man.
have space.
I won't be doing it, so I don't remember exactly the process. It just wasn't needed.
Wait, how does
Yeah.
this all work in a porta potty? I'm trying to figure out this
Or
No,
standing
just
up
because
thing.
look,
That is
I
so
just call my mother.
confined, bro. How do you stand up?
No,
look.
bro, look, I
I
could
don't
do
Bruh,
it.
so y'all can
remember.
stand up on an
Imagine, look,
airplane when it's
this is the
shaking?
porta party, right? Nigga, I
Yeah.
just stand.
Nah,
Yeah,
I
you
got.
literally just you moving like with I don't
You
Yeah,
acting
know,
like you
bro.
can't stand in a porta potty.
yeah,
Exactly.
bro, you can stand.
I mean, it's
Exactly,
just
dude.
like, I
You
guess,
don't.
I guess I'm
Nah,
looking
you
at
don't
it
have
like,
to. You don't have to like
cause
bend
Carl
over
be
all
doing
the
this
way
little
like
bent
this.
over thing. Yeah, I don't
A
Yeah, I
little
mean,
bent over.
I don't,
This is
I don't
fine,
do that, dude.
bro. This is fine.
know.
Not this, bro.
I, I mean, if you just kind of lean forward a tiny bit, it
Yeah, if
can
you
work.
just do a little lean forward, it
A
gonna
little,
work.
I mean, y'all do the same thing when you lean.
Yeah,
Wait,
just a
Miss
little.
Grant. Miss
It's not
Grant.
like it takes up a lot of space. Dude.
We
That's
miss
fair. That's
Grant.
fair. That's fair. That's
I
fair.
already said it.
Yeah,
No, he said
Grant
Grant said he
stand.
stands.
Yeah, you
I
just
stand.
stand.
So you, Quinn. What
165
about you,
Well, I
Quinn?
stand.
Oh, you
Yeah.
stand?
Quinn
I
stand.
stand because I do not want my hand toilet water. You know.
Yeah.
That
It's
has
not
to
even
do.
That
close.
doesn't
That's
happen
not
though.
even a
I don't
factor,
know
bro.
how.
It's
Quinn,
not
did you
close.
ever touch the
I don't
toilet
know
water?
what. I
Like
don't know what
once?
be
And now you're
in
scared
the
of it or
toilet.
something?
I don't know what be in the toilet, but I stand in and wipe.
You poop, man. You poop in the toilet.
I can
Exactly.
applaud that. I can applaud.
My
You
my
don't know
hands do
you the
not need to be
cool.
near the
Can we
toilet.
get one more question before wrapping up this podcast?
All right, one more question.
Ooh,
Last question. Last
What
One,
question.
about what
I
about
think
if
Carl got a
would
good
you
question, bro.
would you each
Grant,
ask for
Grant,
a thousand?
pick our last question, Grant.
No,
Pick our
son,
last.
get yours.
Camden, you want to
Even
choose?
so now to give you 1,000.
What? And what? Say
Would
that
you
again?
eat ass for $1,000?
Man, that's not. We're not ending it on that question, bro. What the hell? That's such a stupid question to end it on.
I don't know what Ryan looks like. He'd be
She
down.
lives on live for 1,000.
The best food. Where we ended on the best.
I think we did this the first time, bro.
Yeah, we did.
I wasn't
We
here.
should do 20, dude. Do 20 tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So the
That's gonna
last
be a
question
little
for this
juicy.
podcast: what y'all think about God?
I mean, I wrote an
I,
Have
essay on
a
it.
preferred
I didn't
religion?
I already
Is he
know
real
Carl
or
like
fake? What's your thoughts?
face.
All right, start from the top left. The usual line.
All right. So
I was an
personally,
atheist. I know that.
I was raised an atheist, and I still believe that to this day, because it just makes sense. And if I need to say more, I can. But on to the next one.
All right,
Okay,
Dave.
Dave.
I wrote an essay dissing it, and I do not rock with it. What's Camden doing?
Are you
But I
talking
don't
about
rock.
Christianity or what? What are you talking about, Dave?
I
You
think
talking
like
about Christianity or God or both?
Or just like religion in
Religion in
general?
general.
religion. Okay,
Oh,
so
okay, I got you.
I
religion,
mean,
like there's
wait.
some specific religions that are more like
For sure.
like not taught wrong, but taught in such like strange ways that is like it just don't make sense.
But yeah, that's the thing, though.
Yeah, it's like
You can't see it from that perspective because to them it makes perfect sense.
I mean
That's true.
Yeah,
that's
but
my thought
they're
on
being fooled.
Exactly. Religion is all a
Look
perspective
at
thing,
Camden
bro.
right there looking like a fool.
Wait, so Dave, you believe in God?
No,
No.
I wrote an essay
Okay.
on this. Remember for
Okay.
TOK, I was talking about how religion is a selling point, and it's
All
just
right.
like it gives something people to believe in even if they don't think it's true. That's why a lot of people believe it.
Yeah.
Camden?
Oh yeah, Camden, let us know.
Sorry, that's a sin. Shut up. God, dude.
Can't hear
All right.
anything he's saying.
Yeah, you cut now like every second, bro.
We don't know what you
Well, by what you were just doing for the past 2 minutes, I think we know your answer.
No, no.
said. Yeah,
Okay.
Now,
Hello?
not really.
Camden?
All right, next Drake.
can you hear me now?
Okay.
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear
hold
you.
on. Yeah, we can hear you.
So I had to pray because of sinners in the chat.
All
I
right. Okay.
Okay, wait, hold on.
We
Why
got
do
him.
you
We got
believe
Just
him.
in
say your
God?
answer,
Why?
dude, and let's go.
No,
He
We
obviously
got,
believes.
We
been
need
Yeah,
debate.
we need a why though. We need a why.
okay. Now, I do agree, like not agree, but I could y'all's perspective of like science. And if there's no concrete evidence, God. I was raised as a Christian, so I just believe.
I mean,
in,
I was too.
I believe in
Yeah, I was too.
and how what he does, but I wouldn't say that he's concrete.
It's not the be all end all.
Yeah. I'm agnostic to be exact, which is I believe that there's a higher
Higher
power.
being. Yeah.
Certainly.
That's
Like,
fair. I mean, we
That's a
can't really know. We
Yeah,
can't
that
know
makes
if
we
there's
don't.
a
Yeah.
higher
Nobody
power
really
or
knows.
not. Yeah.
All right, Drake.
Well, I'm an atheist, and
I am one.
well, I just think like a lot of the religion, especially within like
Drake, you're an
younger
atheist?
people. Yes,
Chill,
bro,
let
I
him
am.
talk. Dude.
Within like the
Drake,
younger
how come
people,
you do?
Yo, let him talk,
there's
man.
just
Damn.
like
Carl,
there's a lot of
you have your noise
manipulation,
suppression on?
especially with like
I
younger
think so.
people because if a parent believes in the God or higher power, they're most likely gonna um teach those same practices towards their kids. And they don't know any better. They're still learning everything, so they're just gonna go with it. And they may just get into this habit and just believe something. And then
Promise
another
it's the
thing,
same way the other way, Drake.
I
That
guess
is
so.
true. But I feel like since
But if you don't teach them like anything, and until they can learn about every religion and explore things, and they can decide for themselves what they believe is the
That's
best.
I
another
mean,
problem. That's another
one
problem.
quick
I'll
thing
have
is
to
like
say.
I
But
think that like you should always like it doesn't this doesn't matter about your parents, but you yourself should always take the time to like research stuff
Mhm.
and figure it out for
Yes,
yourself.
dude.
You should not
Yeah.
just take what they say as gospel. You need to like
That,
look into it and then look into like either other religions or just like just like science or whatever. Just like look at everything and kind of decide for yourself.
So then how
top of
come
my head.
your
So a lot
parents
of
didn't
but
people get
force
switched
you to
on
go
it, bro.
What'd you say, Quinn?
But science doesn't really contradict it.
your
Yeah, I
fair
don't
your
think science contradicts.
That's
I
fair.
mean
Whatever.
it
I'll
just
get
your
like
parents
depends on like what you
It's
believe in, like
it's
what
not
level
I
of
mean,
like
of course. Well, I'll just wait till I get some.
well, it's not to look at science to contradict other religions, but it's to look at science as a form or a belief that you can look at and like, use to justify things.
yeah.
So
I
like people
mean,
use religion to justify things we don't know, and science uses
but
That's what I
but
science
was
to
see,
saying. That's
justify
what I was
things
yeah,
we
saying. I
don't
feel like
know.
but the
But
thing
there's not
is
always
though,
an answer.
but the thing is with that, science can be proven. Like you yourself can
Yeah,
do.
exactly.
Hold on,
Yeah.
like you yourself can do a physics experiment and you will get the exact same results like the experts. Like it can be proven. You can't
Yeah.
prove religion.
Yeah, religion
So
Yeah,
is
I mean
faith.
I feel like
But
yeah,
a lot of
but
people brought up with whatever they brought up with, but like some people are comfortable with just like seeing things that they don't understand and they're comfortable not understanding them, and
when
some
I
want
touch the
like
holy water, to become clean. What are you talking about? I can
and
prove
then
that.
some want like a god to believe in that just like causes everything
there's
if they
like
Yeah.
don't
closure.
understand it.
It gives a lot of closure to people who want.
Yeah.
God
Yeah, sure.
sacrificed himself on the cross for us.
Look, that's what I'm talking about. Camden's one of those people that would
but
force
like
his religion upon his children.
another thing is I know like science is a big thing, but if y'all ever just like sat outside and just like looked at the sky or nature, I guess you could say, and you just like
mhm.
ask yourself how, it's like really crazy. Like I don't know, it might just be myself, but like I really can't
That's
understand
scary.
like how like the clouds just sit at certain heights. There's like just all
I
this
mean,
No,
I
just
I
the
mean,
get
world
you,
the
Drake.
thing
I
stuff.
get
is,
Like I know
I
there's
know what
like
you're saying.
explanations for it, but like how does that come to be? Like how? And I guess that's
God.
where people
I
like
mean,
me
it's
ask the
just
like
same
why are we
question.
not on Mars right now? Like why did we not all just be on
All right,
like,
hold on. Let's
why
move
don't we
on.
all
let's
Just
let
spawn
Yeah,
on
Justin
Mars?
Justin
go.
should
yeah,
go.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's fair. That's
Justin,
yeah,
fair.
Justin, go.
we cut off
I
the
mean
flow.
we could do like slash TPA Mars.
Hold on, Quinn. Justin, go, dude.
Alright.
Bro,
All right,
these
Justin.
crickets are going
Well,
crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
Carl
yeah,
got the
Carl, your
crickets.
cricket's going ham, Carl.
I turned on my noise suppression, dog.
Yeah,
They too strong.
it's way too loud, bro. You might just gotta mute yourself
You
for a
want to
bit.
just
Why they
mute when
turn
you
it
don't
off?
talk?
Okay, is it
Yeah,
good
I'm
now?
good.
Yeah,
We're
just
basically wrapping it up.
Okay,
Alright.
I'm good now.
Yeah,
yeah, you're good. You're good.
Well, when it comes to religion, I only like believe like the scriptures and what people talk about. Like you should treat
I can
others
hear
the
you
way you want to be
twice.
treated.
I can hear you
oh my
twice,
god,
It's
nigga.
alright.
Echo.
Yeah, you should treat others how you want to be treated and all that. But I feel like religion is only there to answer questions that we don't really know about. And if we use that as a basis, it's kind of hard to use facts. So I think there's like a higher being, but I don't really believe in a specific religion because a lot of them are too biased or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm more of
I
where
agree
Camden
with that.
was.
Mhm. Wait, so I'm next. Okay, so with me, basically, I'm like, I mean, I was raised a Christian. My parents, they believe in God, blah, blah, everything. My whole family does, except me. Because for me, it's like, I'm not really a guy to believe in faith. Like, I'm more of a facts guy. So like you can't just tell me like that, oh, there was this higher power who could turn water into wine and do all this type of stuff without showing me some type of proof and like having me believe in it. You know what I mean? So I just feel like the Bible and the God and stuff, like humans are evil, bro. Like that shit could have just been made up stuff maybe to like control people and all type of stuff. And I feel like religion really is just religion and the idea of God was just made because us as humans don't understand where we come from. So like say like back in the caveman days, right? Like when they first discovered fire, right? They were like, "Oh, fire is God," because they didn't understand it. But like now we know like exactly what fire is and how it works. So it's just like some regular for us. So I feel like that's kind of like the same thing about like where religion and God comes from. It's just like some we just don't understand. That's just what I think.
All
I
right.
agree. I agree.
I want to add a little thing on to Carl's about the Bible. Is like
Mhm.
it has relatively the same story, but there's so many different variations and versions of the same thing, and that's what I don't
Mhm.
get.
Like
And
That's my
that's like
thing.
across
Bro,
all
it's
religions,
literally just
though.
what some nigga just wrote about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly that's why it could be so corrupted because I
Yeah,
mean
that's what I'm
even if
saying.
there was like one story at some time, now where we're at today, you have like thousands of religions, so like all
But
these
people
different
people
stories
just write it
and all these different
to fit
values.
their fantasies. Yeah, like they just write it to their
All right,
their
next.
benefit.
Yeah, like you said,
Exactly, which is
it's
why
so biased. Like some, I think
yeah,
Carl said, he
Yeah.
said it's all just biased.
exactly, which is why I mean I just don't believe in it. And I mean like freaking let's say like the slaves and the slave masters, bro.
Camden, where you
Like
smoking?
I feel like the slave masters were like not give the slaves info about the same God they worship, if you kind of know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, they're not going to give you secrets about, like, oh, how to make your life better, because, nah, they just wanted to control them. So, I mean, like, this religion is just like a big corruption, bro. Like, it can be used to control people. Like, there's people killing themselves, blowing up themselves, and killing others. And in that, like, radical religion, they feel like it's right. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just can't mess with
It's just a big old mess, bro. It's just a big
it.
Yeah.
old
It's a
mess.
big old mess.
All
And
right,
I'm more of a
so
science person too, so yeah.
All right. So
All right,
I
Grant.
was I was raised a Christian and a Catholic, right? And I
Mhm.
went to the St. Thomas Reformed Church. Big up, yeah, yeah.
And I,
big
I
up,
So
work
bro.
there. I work at a summer camp, dog.
so
Even I've been there once or twice.
so the thing is, right? I go to a college that is Pentecostal, right? And Pentecostal, I don't wanna diss on the Pentecostal like
Wait,
a
Grant,
different branch of
can
Christianity,
you
but
say
like,
what does that mean?
but
What does
Pentecost.
Pentecostal mean?
Hold on, let him talk. Let him talk.
So it's like a different branch, and like they just worship differently. So
Oh,
I
okay.
so I go into my chapel because I go to a Christian college, and I see people like I don't want to diss on them, but they were looking like they were like a little possessed, and I was like, wow, like these people must be crazy. So then I didn't want to diss on them, and I know I had a little giggle and stuff, but like I didn't want to diss on them. But
You gonna cook that man
I
up
just see
anything,
that
but that was dumb.
I just see that some people worship differently than other people, right? And I'm not like that strong Christian type. I'm just like the Bible says that you have to worship on or have worship on Sundays or worship the Lord's name on Sunday. I mean people interpret that differently. I mean, I think worship is maybe pray or do something on Sunday, right? But I don't think you have to go to church to worship, you know? That's
Mhm.
something I don't that's something I don't believe that you have to do that
Can I say something,
some
Grant?
people
Can I
have
say something real
forced.
quick?
Mhm. Go ahead, Dave.
Go, dude.
So you know what I don't get? I think everyone's seen them clips where someone be in church and next thing they know, they shaking like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's like those type of people, like worshipers, that be like, are you like?
Just believe it so much.
Yeah, they believe it so much that
That's true.
or like they
That's
fake
true.
it, or they fake it so much like try and get others to believe into it. And it's
Mhm.
just so strange. It's like why would you try and force your religion onto somebody else by doing all this acting stuff? Like really now?
Yeah, like
And then like, what you
I
saying,
think
Greg?
you're kind of
that was
over-exaggerating with the
that.
forcing religion, Dave.
No, he's
Am I
not.
though?
I
Because
mean,
people
there,
trying to force religion
it's
so often on
mm,
people.
there are
I mean, I
people that
think
are
there's
like
Yeah,
that.
there's
so
a
I mean,
lot
many.
you
of
do
I
get
mean,
people like that, but I mean,
so
think about
I
the
feel like it
vast
doesn't
majority that.
happen
Yeah,
anymore. Like really, not as much.
yeah.
Like
Like
at least in
no, but
America.
like
In America, it
yeah, I'm
doesn't.
agreeing with you, Emil.
nah.
Like the vast majority are probably just regular people
When you
that want
say
something to believe
forcing,
in.
I'm
But
thinking people might, of course, mention it, but no one's forcing anything.
No, but like not by forcing it, like forcing them to be Christian, but like trying to force it upon them, like force their ideologies upon them.
their ideology.
That's what. Yeah,
And
I'm
yeah,
not
there's
trying to
some
say
people
they're
that do that.
forcing them to turn
No,
them
I
yeah,
know.
into.
no,
I'm
but there
saying, of
definitely
course,
are.
there are people. There definitely are. Yeah, I'm not saying that there aren't, but I think you're kind of over-exaggerating when you
But
say there's lots of people that force it
It
on.
also
no, I
depends
don't
on where
think
you
it's
live.
just like
Nah, I don't
even
think
if
he's
it.
If
overreacting.
you
Can
live
I
in
Like,
can
like
I talk? Can I talk?
the states,
especially
example,
especially
like
in
more in the
St.
south.
Thomas.
St.
Well,
Thomas is a very Christian community.
I've had so many people try to get me to start believing in God. Like I've
And it
told people I
happens.
don't believe in God, and they'll call you like, "Oh, you're like a devil child," blah blah, and then they'll try and kind of really force their
And
religion
think about
upon.
how many people
In
who haven't
Africa
done that
too,
that are
for sure.
Christian.
But
Okay, but I'm just saying,
but
in St. Thomas
No,
as
but
a
like,
community, that's happened to me personally so many times.
I mean, think about also like where you live and stuff because like, if you go more, I don't know, south, like in the US, for example, there's far more people that believe in religion
okay,
than there are more
but
north.
I think that even if like I mean like it makes sense when you say that like most people are like calm like Granite they would like believe in it but not push it on other people. But also just saying like in America, like God is mentioned in the Pledge of Allegiance and all that stuff, even though we're supposed to have the separation of church and state. So it's like it's still there everywhere. Like us almost assuming that most everyone's gonna believe in God when a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
Okay, to wrap up my point, I'm a Christian, and yeah, I do believe in God, but like I don't want to force it on nobody, and I'm not that extreme person that uh shakes and yeah gets possessed and like yeah. I keep it to
Yeah.
myself
But that's
anyway.
the thing too. Christianity, the thing is to like spread it. So I don't know.
I
Yeah.
mean,
I mean,
yeah,
aren't
all
religions
religions
aren't
are
religions
The
meant to
problem,
spread?
But
religions are
Emil,
created
to
to
it's your
like
those
turn. It's your
spread and
turn,
like
so go
have
ahead.
Who
everyone.
believe? Yeah, to those who believe in Christianity,
It's
not
to
to
spread.
spread it in those who bring
Hold on,
light
I
and
can
stuff.
add some a little bit real quick. Just kind of in on aspect like what we talking about, but like just going back to kind of why I don't believe in religion. I kind of like just thought of something good. Is like I feel like faith and purpose is dumb. Like I don't like believe in that. Cause I mean like if we talking about purpose, you have like babies who only live for like 6 months and then die. If everyone has a purpose, what was their purpose?
To
Like
die.
so like
Experience
exactly. So like
for the
there's
mothers, I guess.
To die.
loopholes in that. So like
But what's
I
the
mean
point of that
the only
then?
thing
There's
is,
no
I
point.
wouldn't
exactly
really say
what's
that
the
they
point?
give you a. Where
Hold
do you
on.
get this
Wait,
purpose
Yeah.
thing for? Though, is the only
hold
thing.
on. Let me.
Where did you
No,
get the
that's the
purpose from?
thing. In like Christianity, I was like, oh, God has a purpose for you in life. He has a plan for you. Blah blah blah. They always say that. They always saying that. I mean, I
Yo,
kind
Yeah,
of
but
just
yo,
maybe their
don't
purpose
Carl.
was
get the
shed
purpose
light
thing. Uh-huh.
to
Like,
shed light to others for those.
I can get that. I
yo,
can get
no,
that.
like what Carl's saying, like how people have like purpose and stuff. One thing I never understood was like if so like let's say that God does exist, right? And he wants well, I mean, I don't know because
You
I
have to
mean
talk about
we
it from a theoretical
yeah,
point.
because we don't there's no like
Can't prove it.
confirmation really.
That's a
So
big
like
word,
Yeah.
Emil, man.
When you
There you
actually
go.
start
yeah, but
thinking
like
about it,
but like okay, for example, like when people pray in a really, really like dire or bad situation where, possibly they could help themselves, but it's not always like
Oh, I have a
possible,
question.
or even a situation where they're not able to help themselves at all and they're praying. Like, if God had this much power, is he just letting life run its course, or why isn't he stepping in? That's what I don't understand.
No, I
Yeah,
have a
Like,
question.
that's the worst.
because they
Like
always
I just
go to God for like
It,
help, but I'm like, if God really wanted to help you and he's as powerful as you say he is, he would have no trouble helping you.
Yo, let me say
Exactly.
this. Let me say this. Let me say this.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
you in a
The thing
plane,
is, you
right?
can't help
You in a
Yeah.
everyone.
plane and it's going down. I want to know if are you guys going to be praying to somebody? Are you gonna be asking someone for help?
Nah.
nah, I'ma just fall down and like hope I get
Yeah, because
lucky.
there's nothing
Yeah, hope I
yeah,
get
And I
lucky.
don't feel
you
like I
hope
need
you
to
get
pray
lucky.
for
I
anyone or
feel
give
like
anyone
I
credit
feel
if
like
I get
I feel
lucky.
like I feel like this is the
You
thing, and
look,
this is
you
why like
search for a
you
way
have a
to
lot
survive, and
Yo,
you have
don't
a lot of
don't depend on
atheists. Yeah,
somebody else.
Justin.
you got your noise suppression off again, dog.
What? How did it turn back up? Anyways, so like you have like what was I saying? Okay, yeah. So like I feel like you have a lot of atheists who might revert to Christianity, or like people who believe in Christianity so heavily because like when they are in these bad positions, they pray to God, and then let's say eventually they get out of these bad solutions, these bad like what's the fucking word?
situations.
These bad situations. Thank you. Yeah, they get out of these bad situations. I
Situation.
feel like just because they prayed,
Oh,
they gonna feel like, oh, that just had to be all God. It just had to
damn.
be all God.
Yeah.
But for somebody like me who's never prayed, like I've been in bad situations, and I always get out of them, and I feel like that's just life, bro. Like life just brought this to me, and like it happened and it went away. Like it's not God, like or anything like that. Like it just happened in my life.
The heck, turn off. You have to turn back, Carl. That thing.
In
Yeah.
my
Try
how is
try
it?
controlling
Oh
R
my
on
god.
Discord, dude. Try that.
Yo, Amil, we have to get to
Wait,
Amil,
wait,
so
wait,
you
wait.
go ahead.
Let me do something real quick. Let me just say
Yeah,
something real
wrap
quick.
up soon because
Go
we've
ahead.
been going
Yeah.
for almost 2 hours.
Um.
A long podcast. This is a long
Dang, what was I
segment.
gonna say? Oh,
Because Carl talks
keep
for
on
10
going.
Uh,
Go,
minutes.
why
go
you
keep
why you
on,
thinking,
keep
Grant?
on
Go.
I
going,
got some.
Amir.
I
Amil,
got
go.
some.
I'm gonna.
Amil, go.
This is like a small portion of I guess the Christian community, but these people would be the worst. You ever seen like
Go
the
ahead.
videos of it's I don't even know the name for like a pastor or whatever or a preacher that's like on TV and what
Joel
they tell their
Osteen.
they tell their fans to do is like plant a seed and like donate every month and eventually God gonna repay you.
Oh yeah,
But
those
really
dudes.
all they
The
doing
money
is
collects.
making you pay them and saying like they're telling you it's so bad because it's like people in tough scenarios telling them that they need their money, telling them to give their money to God and pray and God goes don't even think about your problems. God gonna take care of it for you. So they're just giving up their money and ignoring their problems because of that.
Okay, so I remember my thing, right? So the one thing I don't understand for about Christianity and like in general is you can do so many bad things, but then you can ask for forgiveness. They preach that you
And
could ask for
everything's okay.
forgiveness and everything's okay. So
Just
that's one
repent.
thing that I don't, yeah, to repent. That's one thing I don't understand about Christianity. That's
Yeah.
what one I want to put out.
I think
I mean,
no,
I
I
agree
think
with that
that's
as
a
well.
no, I think that's a good point because
That's a
like
good point though, yeah.
like I mean, I think it's you should always be well, there's some things that might be considered unforgivable for like, everyone's opinion and view is different, but like you can I don't think that you should just do something and then feel like you can justify that act by repenting. Like you can just say, "Oh, I did this," but I'm like, "I'm sorry now. I didn't mean to like massacre that group of people." Like, no, you can't just say that.
That's true.
Yeah, I agree with you, Sidon, but I think
Doesn't
the
that make the idea of hell
the
flawed then?
bruh.
Sorry.
I think the kind of justification for like the repenting, and obviously I'm no
Mm.
expert, is like so in theory God will know how genuine you are, I guess. And so
That's
like
fair. That's fair.
you
Yeah.
can't just
That's a good point.
say like you'll in theory he'll know if you're being genuine. That's basically what I mean.
Yeah, yeah. But like,
So like even
That makes
if you
sense. That
if you
makes
do
sense.
yeah,
something
that definitely
that's
makes sense, but then
horrendous.
it's like why I don't know. That makes perfect sense because like, he'll tell that you're genuine and then you'll be allowed into heaven because you're actually sorry for what you did. But like I just don't see how like I know everyone makes bad decisions, but there are some decisions that are just like, you know, it's just like
It was
almost unforgivable.
purposeful. It
Yeah, it
wasn't.
was like he went in there with the
It was
purpose to do
purposeful,
something,
and now
or
because
yeah,
you like repented, it wasn't purposeful. It was an accident or something.
I don't think that's
It
Or
was
not
something
necessarily
you
an
should
accident,
remorse,
but
and I
something
do
you
think
should
there
remorse
are
for,
yeah.
definitely
and that's
limits,
the.
I guess, in theory.
But
But
yeah,
we
that
don't know
that
if
makes
there's.
sense though. It's just
Nobody
kind of
knows
a
if there's
fine line
limits
to
though.
walk
That's
though.
the.
But anyways, like Emil, say your opinion, kind of your
All right,
piece.
so yeah, I am religious. I do believe in Christianity. Uh, why? So it's the I mean it's the faith thing really. I mean that's kind of what I think is crucial for it. I mean there is obviously you can't like prove it directly, but I think there are things that make sense. And like you guys were saying with the Bible, like obviously it was written by people, and there isn't like a solid way to live it. But I mean I think that it isn't like let's see. I think yeah, there are definitely flaws by it, but I don't think it's like the end all be all, if that makes sense. There's
Yeah.
lots of obviously with like pretty much every religion that has like a central like Islam, Christianity, it's just like everything like that. There's wild interpretations, like all sorts of like ways on the spectrum of like how people interpret the book. And so like yeah, basically, I don't know. It's hard to explain if you
Yeah.
guys kind of understand what I'm saying. But like,
I got you. I got you.
mhm.
Can I say something on like the faith you brought up though?
Uh-huh.
Like, I feel like, I mean, faith kind of is a good thing to have. I mean, especially if you're religious, but I feel like in some cases, and I've seen this a lot, faith kind of makes uh people who believe in God lazy at times. Like, I've seen so many people who are like,
I could see that.
oh, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about what I'm going through right now. I know God got me. God's gonna get me through everything. God's gonna make me rich. God has a plan for me. And I feel like that's
But
not how you should see life, bro. I feel like you
But
should
the
see
thing
life.
is, yo,
I
we should.
totally agree with you, dude.
Hold
I
on,
totally
wait.
agree.
Let me finish. Let me finish. I feel like you should see more life more as like, nah, no one has a plan for me. I need to have a plan for myself, and
But
I need
listen,
to go and execute this plan and like do something with my life. You know what I
listen.
mean,
I agree with
God is not gonna do anything for you that you can't do yourself. So that's one thing I believe. So if you can do it
God
yourself,
is
He's
not.
That's
not gonna do
fair.
it
That's
for you.
fair.
I mean,
Nice,
yeah, but
Justin.
like,
That's a good point.
Nice,
And also
Justin.
like it's just I think it's only a problem when people say like, you know, they justify not doing anything and not
Mhm.
getting themselves in a better situation because they believe God will help them get
God will
out of
help
it.
me.
But then
Yeah.
Orion makes a good point about how like God won't do anything for you, you won't do yourself. So if they're not going to do it, then God's not going to help.
well, to be real,
Oh,
like all the
Absolutely.
religions were created back when, like, in that society, no one, like, most of people had no chance of getting a better life. So they were just giving God as an opportunity, like something to believe in that their life won't just be farming sheep forever or whatever they're doing.
Yeah.
And so, like, now that but people still believe in the same things um, in a world where their life can improve, like up to the very top, and some people just like stuck with the same beliefs from back when that wasn't possible.
Orion.
the thing with
Huh.
what Carl said about faith, so if I could just go quick,
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
like of course I totally agree with Carl. It does some people do use it as like an escape, but I'd also argue the same with people who aren't religious. They can use it as an escape. Why they don't have to try it? Like so what? It doesn't matter. And I feel like that is something you hear a lot.
and
That's
And
That's a
y'all
good
think
point.
that
Mm.
And
like
like
okay,
life
first
doesn't
of
matter
all,
because
Like
exactly,
first
life.
of
and
all,
it's just going to
wait,
happen
Okay.
around
Okay.
you. Yeah.
first of all,
I
wait,
feel like
wait,
that's a whole different like
wait,
I feel
wait.
like that's a whole different type of people if I'm gonna be honest.
Excuse me,
but the
sir.
same with me. I
I
feel
mean,
like
there's type of
anyone
people
who's
everywhere.
completely lazy is a completely different type of
Excuse me.
person. Like
Hold
I can't
on. Hold
imagine
on.
I feel
myself
you.
What are you
just
saying, Quinn?
Hold on.
realizing.
Okay. So looking back on the other topic, the person to get arrested. We all didn't just now watch Camden.
Yo,
We
y'all
watched
didn't
that
see
there once.
Camden throw his ass, bro.
Dude, we in the middle of a little
Yeah,
like
I'm
thing
I'm
right
trying to
now.
focus on
I
the.
seen
Hey,
this thing, and then
Quinn,
Cam
relax,
that
dude.
Wait.
point.
Quinn, relax, man. I mean, keep
All
going,
right,
bro.
guys,
You
that's
mean
gonna be the end of the
relax and the one
podcast.
Yeah,
Camden the
we
one
got.
showing you
I'm
Hold
how
about, I'm
on,
about to throw
Religion
mine
was
this
Orion and
way
created
too.
to
Sidon.
We
control
push
Hold
it
people.
on,
slow, bro. We push it
Orion and
slow.
Sidon didn't talk.
Yeah,
Orion and
let them,
Sidon didn't
yeah,
talk.
let them say
Yeah,
this.
Oh,
like
I
Quinn
that.
didn't
believe
talk either.
in faith. Big thing for me.
Okay,
Fair.
Sidon.
Son.
I mean, you guys hit a lot of the points, and I was kind of talking through like everybody else's points too. But like, I mean, I think that it's important that there is religion because I think that people it does help a lot of people like having
Mm-hmm.
something to believe in
Yeah, that's
and
true.
having like
Yeah.
a path that they have set out and they can follow and it helps them keep their life on track
Mm-hmm.
and not
That's
like
true.
deviate into bad situations or make bad choices.
Evil.
It's like it's really positive for those people, but it's just like
Mm-hmm.
my problem with mainly like religion is not even the people that believe in it. It's really like how they like twist, like for example the versions of the Bible, how they twist that and they make it like a benefit towards themselves, and the greed of like pastors or people that are in control of the church
That's
or
too.
have this power over other people because they are at a
Why is Camden
higher
doing
power of the religion. It just like it gives them this like almost like
Oh shit.
I don't know, this power trip where they feel like they're above.
Because in
And I don't
Africa,
know.
there's a
It's
lot
like
of
the
fake
money
pastors.
thing, that's just like it's really shitty.
Listen, there's a story. African pastor. There's this blind person. They
Hmm.
said he was blind his whole life, and then all of a sudden the pastor healed him, and then the pastor asked him, "What color is this?" He said, "Blue." How would he know what the color blue looks like if he was blind his whole life?
That's true. How would he know
So
that?
what's the point?
So he
Yeah.
was
What's the
blind his
point?
whole life, and he got
No,
relief from
there's
the
some
blindness,
people that just lie, like
and he
pastors
was
that
obviously
lie.
lying about that
Have
because he
y'all
wouldn't
seen that
collect
old
money.
video of where
malicious.
the pastor acts like he's making the woman's arm grow, and then it's like
Yes.
this, and he's
I
like pulling it, and his arm's like this. He's like, look, the arm is growing.
All right,
yes,
Quinn.
but
Let's wrap this up. So,
it's
oh wait, what
nonsense.
were you saying, Orion? What were you saying?
No, I was just saying some people just make stuff up.
Yeah, they just kind of follow it blindly, which is not a good thing in anything you do or believe in. But like, yeah, Quinn, go ahead, soon, or your point.
A sleepy dude.
I
Quinn,
mean,
When he
I'm
got
I know.
sold.
Christian and
I'm
I don't
sleepy
know.
too,
I
dude.
just don't believe you can go
I
off
have
of.
to get this up, bro.
Hello?
Wait, what,
Yeah, we
Quinn?
can hear you.
Yeah,
Go
Quinn.
ahead, Quinn.
Could y'all not hear me?
Yeah, we hear
No,
you.
Nah.
Dude. We hear you.
we hear you now. We hear
I
you
was
now.
saying that hello. Hello. Like you asked.
Yes, Quinn, we can hear you,
Because
dude.
we're
Get
listening to
this
you.
hot, bro.
all right, yeah.
All right. I was saying that I'm Christian and that you can just go off of what the Bible says, New Testament and the Old Testament and all that stuff. But yeah, I think there's someone higher, like like someone that controls everything. But yeah,
Yeah.
and I believe
I
you could worship and
hmm.
worship who you want and stuff. But I just don't think that we can go off of writing of a Bible.
Yeah, that's fair. And I think I
All
agree
right.
with you on like the higher power because like we have no way of knowing.
Yeah, that's
There's
very
really
true.
no way. There's no way of proving that there is or isn't. Like, I mean, you see, like our justification for Earth is that literally Earth is like perfectly placed where life was possible, and like maybe an asteroid hit Earth, and that's what bring over bacteria and created this atmosphere that can allow Earth to create life. Like that's insane. I mean, so much chances for that to evolve into us is like it's crazy, and that's why I think like it makes so much more sense to other people to just justify a god that was all knowing and all willing and just created because it makes more sense, honestly.
Yeah, and one last thing to kind of tie in with Sidon is just religion in general. I think it kind of gives you almost like more options. Whereas, like, say, for example, if you're an atheist, you can effectively only believe that it was just, I guess, like random chance.
Yeah.
Whereas with
Yeah.
religion, I mean, it can be both ways to me. I'm not gonna deny science,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
I can always keep.
Wait, so now you atheist?
I mean,
Me?
with
Yeah.
that too, Amir, I do understand where you're coming from,
Yeah,
but I
Quinn.
feel like a lot of atheists like
Wait,
me, and I know Axel for sure. I don't know about like how everybody else feels, but I feel like how we see it is more of like, okay, we don't believe in God, but we don't just think like there's no purpose to life. We just don't know what like life comes from and where it's about. You know what I
Well,
mean?
you believe in what you can
I don't
prove.
know
You
either.
believe
I
in what
agree.
you can prove. Yeah, that makes
And
sense. A
if there
lot of people
was
do.
like some kind of situation where we were able to create our own life, I would not say that fake. I would not deny science,
Hmm.
but I can also say that there's a process, whether it's physical, I guess, a miracle, um, that I can say that it was God's plan, effect.
What were you saying,
A lot
Quinn?
of
You said
bad
something?
things that they
Okay,
wish.
are you
God's
atheist
plan.
too?
Oh, I mean, I would just consider myself atheist because I don't really know what I believe in. But like, I mean, I can always believe in science because you can prove if there's something you have a question about, you can prove it. And but like the thing about like a higher
You can
power, like
also disprove hypothesis.
that's true. But like you can't, like
I like that.
I can't prove that there's a God, and I can't disprove that there's a like. There's no way that I know. So like, I mean, there's no. I don't think it's fair to say that religion is fake and God is fake or a higher power is fake because you don't know. No one knows.
Yeah, exactly. I would never say
Yeah.
like God doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Like we
Yeah,
don't
it's
It's
know.
like
just like
I
an
don't.
we don't
equal
Like, I
know.
balance
don't
of
know,
respect
but
for
I
each
just
side.
lean more towards one side.
Yeah, and that's
But
fair.
I
I
It's
don't
would
just
know.
say
it's your own opinion. Like you have whatever you want.
All right, all
Yeah.
right.
All
All
right.
right, we wrapping this up.
Well, in
One more thing. I
conclusion,
said one more.
Hold on, Axel has something to say.
I was gonna wrap it up.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
wrap it
Go
up.
ahead.
Wrap it up.
All right. So in conclusion, religion was made to control people. Thanks for
Bruh.
watching, guys.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Next time we got a mukbang for y'all, and we'll
Yeah,
catch you on
next
the
time
next
we got
We
episode
got
of
more
Who
mukbang.
is a
for y'all.
Tune in
Batiman.
at the
It'll be a big
mukbang.
who is a
vlog.
Batuman.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right.
Look
All
at
right.
Curry.
Look at Curry,
Look
man.
at Axel, man. So
Whoa.
inspirational.